Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with the April Nova Cup. We've got some incredible games ahead of us. And with me today as my co-caster, we have none other than a double-time tournament winning champion, Saiyajin. Welcome to the stream, dude.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being...
You're looking incredible over there. I'm loving the electric blue hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How do you... what color dye is that? That's pretty special.
It's a special mix and secret formula.
Okay, very nice. Only available in gravity chambers, or what? So, for our first game today, we've got Shadow and Joke, who came pretty close second to you and Kingdans in the LIHL, I've got to say. Like, that was a really close match, right?
Yeah, they made us sweat. They even beat us already.
Sure, dude. Yeah.
They even beat us already in the group stage 2-0. Like, we had no chance in that games.
They've been playing really well, Shadow and Joke. So I think I do favour them here today against Zunaman and Reaper. It'd be interesting to see what kind of game plan they go for, whether they're still doing the whole cash out and fiesta thing, or if they're going to try something new. Because this is, of course, the first tournament that we're going to see on the new patch, right? So things are going to be shaken up a little bit today.
It will be totally different than in the last tournament, for sure.
Yeah. How are you finding the new patch, by the way? Because I am absolutely loving it.
Yeah, me too.
It's
finally,
so, like,
finally
right?
Fast games, yes.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about it.
Absolutely. But guys, Twitch chat, without any further ado, let's get straight into game number 1. Am I playing?
Yeah, I just was like, can you pick something? Mastermind?
Okay, I'm Cartel apparently. So I guess
I'm
I'm
taking
gonna lose
Cartel
some
as
income on
well.
wave 11.
I was just shocked.
Oh, something else that I need to point out as well, by the way. Have you seen the win percent chances that they've just added? The whole caster UI has been upgraded. Like, it's so much more information now.
It's upgraded again?
Yeah. Like, all the stuff that you can see in here now is incredible. You can see everyone's role. You can see what they build. You can see their recommended value. You can see, obviously, like, what mastermind option they choose and stuff like that. But then you can see up at the top there, beneath the King's HP bar, there's a percentage chance to win. So obviously that's 50-50 right now. But it'll be interesting to see, like, how Jules' formula, how accurate that is in the state of the game, right?
That's very interesting.
All right, let's see some openers. We've got a Crusher from Zunaman, so pretty nice aggressive start there. He's only playing Greed, though. Like, imagine if that was cash out. That's just so strong with cash out. We've got Fire Elemental from Reaper. Joke is playing cash out. He's playing it with a Zeus, and Shadow also on the Crusher. So we're going to have really slow waves.
All players doing cleanups.
Yeah, pretty standard so far.
Let's see if Shadow still goes for the 6 worker. Or Zunaman. One of them has to do it.
I think Shadow should, right? Zunaman maybe not, because he's receiving from Shadow. But Shadow is receiving from a very slow opener. He's not. He's staying 5. He's playing it safe. All right, win percent chance, currently unchanged, still 50-50. All right, now the follow-up question is, does anybody send a snail? And it looks like no so far. But Zunaman is playing risky though. Oh, never mind, he has a buzz.
But this is still leaking to a snail, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
This was still leaked to a snail.
Not as bad, right? Like, it's a 75% or so, with only 1 bone.
Yeah, it's still about 50%, I think. If he doesn't proper build.
Yeah. But you need to full build to be able to hold a snail nowadays, don't you? After the snail buff turned it into an absolute monster. Alright, so everybody just going for their income sends here on 3. I think this should be completely fine though. I don't really expect anybody to be leaking this. maybe Joke with the Zeus, but he's playing cash out though, so he's going to have a decent chunk more value than you normally would. He's just
Reaper the only one so far. 6 worker.
Joke's trolling the casters.
Yeah, I think so.
He does this every time. You're fooling nobody, Joke. We know what you're doing, dude. He nearly trolled himself, though. He's running out of time. That's a bit of a weird build he's gone for there.
I don't think that the bazooka will tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, because the bazooka won't tank.
What are you doing, Joke? I think he was trying to, yeah, troll the stream, and he's ended up trolling himself.
Yep.
Alright, 52% leak there from Joke. Shadow obviously full holding with his Green Devil here. So he's going to be able to easily cover as well. The problem is they haven't really got that much pressure against Reaper and Zunaman either. And Zunaman has a really nice role, actually.
Yeah, that's true. If you can manage the shift on some point.
Yeah. Now, Joke has the Zeus 4 in his role, which obviously is a very strong role, but it's not quite as good as it used to be, I don't think. Since they removed the slow from the boar, I think they nerfed its HP a little bit as well. It's not quite as dominating as it used to be.
Yeah, also he don't have any support for his Zeus.
Yeah. There's no APS or Starcaller or anything like that, or even a Magician spell, right?
Yeah, or at least a Steed or something, or a Daphne. Like, literally 0 units to support his damage.
Yeah.
But I think he didn't reload so far, right? Probably not.
So Shadow with the 7 workers, he's got a bit of a early game lead going on there, which is nice. And now we have, Zunaman and Reaper both pushing up to 7 off these resends though. So now Joke is the only one kind of falling behind.
Yeah, Sunaman could have even go maybe for another one.
Oh, he could actually. He's so strong on 5.
Yeah.
Alright, here come the Sens out on wave 5 against Joke and Shadow. Do you think... I mean, Shadow should be just absolutely fine, right, with that Pilgrim?
Yeah, I guess so. It's tanking the boss, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's
if the Green Devil is not true.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen that the Green Devil runs in front, but it shouldn't.
I think he should be fine like this. And if we have a look at Joke... he should be okay.
I was hoping Zunaman is going to shift here for the Avenger next wave, but he didn't do it.
Didn't do it? But he added another
Yeah,
seed,
look,
which is just really not helping him.
Look at the boss. The Pilgrim is not tanking him.
I think it just doesn't matter though, right? His units are so strong on this wave. He's getting so much heal value on the Green Devil.
But I really wonder, like the Bone Crusher tanked the boss.
I think it can happen sometimes. I think when you do it in column 4 like that, it's a little bit RNG. Whereas if you just put it in column 1, like 2 squares ahead, it's pretty much guaranteed. But obviously that kind of messes up the rest of the
I always put it in the middle.
Right in the middle, like.
Yeah. Or most of the times. Shadowing's now in a very, very good lead position. Also, the percentage changed. You can see that.
Yeah. Ooh, so 5% advantage now for Shadow and Joke. So why is Jules saying that they have a 5% advantage now? Where's that coming from? They have more workers, they have a bit more income as well, so I can see that.
Yeah, probably.
I think Jules might be onto something, and Joke did just sell that bazooka, by the way, that he built a while ago. So clearly it was a mistake on 3.
But I don't know, what did you think that he can build 2 cats, or? I didn't see if he added a stack to the cat or not.
I think he did have enough money to build 2 cats, so he was probably trying to build 2 cats, but just because he was trying to troll the casters so hard, he ran out of time. Alright, so this income send is leaking Zunaman. It's not a big leak, but, I mean, it helps, right? Especially when you're just income breaking. 43%, that's a decent chunk of gold with the Cannoneer getting through.
Yeah. But Reaper full holding, and even almost covering.
Little bit of king damage.
Look, the percentage changed during the wave. It's
crazy. But now...
Oh wow, and look now.
Now Zoomer and Reaper have the lead, and that's because they skipped the wave 6 end, and now it's time for their counterattack on wave 7.
And also because they held so good.
Yeah, yeah. With
Like,
Reaper full holding, that was pretty solid.
Reaper is now even with Shadow, I'd say, and Zunaman is slightly ahead of Joke.
Yeah.
That's why.
But it all depends whether or not Joke and Shadow can hold this send now. It's only 2 brutes rather than 3, and a snail, so it's not the biggest send in the world, but they're not amazing here either. So let's see what happens. In this alpha male, it's decent damage, but obviously its natural armor on 7 is not perfect.
Shadow is probably...
I think Shadow's doing okay. One more heal before that Green Devil dies.
Joke's
Yep.
also.
Oh.
Both of them are leaking.
Yeah, Joke's only leaking small though. He might even kill one more sludge. He does. I think he's perfectly happy with that. And if we go back over to Shadow's lane, I think they're okay with this. Like, they're going to take a bit of king damage here, but it's only 40 and 49% leaks versus full brute sends from Zunaman and Reaper. I really don't think they mind, and I think once the wave ends, we're going to see that win probability change back in favour of Shadow and Joke.
I'm not super sure about that.
Oh, Zunaman and Reaper resending just for income this time.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right. Still favoured for Zunaman and Reaper.
Yeah, because they got the king damage and they have like now the big income advantage.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Jules might be wrong on this one, because have a look at the worker situation. We've got more workers now on Shadow and Joke, and they have a ton of Mythium saved up in the bank. So Shadow already on 200, Joke on 180, and they can pretty much send whenever they want to send now, right?
Yeah, that's actually true, but I don't think that in a situation where they have so much more value than them, the worker lead is so important, I guess, compared to the other factors that are making that out.
Yeah, true. But I just think as long as they can make their counterplay count, right? So as long as whenever they decide to send, whether it's 9, 10, 11, whatever, as long as
After
they get a
this
massive
send,
leak with that, they're in a really solid lead, I think. Yeah, because they got this income send here, so they just don't have any pressure on them now for Shadow and Joke.
Yeah, now it should even out, I believe, a little more. Oh, not
Still
even.
the same,
okay.
actually, exactly the same. But look at this now. There's no way that Zunaman and Reaper are in the lead here. Look at this. We've got 240 on Joke, 275 on Shadow, and they skip wave 9 as well. When do you think they're going to go? Is it just going to be an 11 send?
What are the spells? Yeah, it might be. There is no defense spell.
There's no...
If they can manage to send like 400 each,
Yeah.
it can be crazy.
There's no aggressive spell either, though. There is no PTA or all-out assault or anything like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they already saved for so long, because when was the last send? At 6, right?
Yeah.
So if they go 6 into 11, it's almost like you have all of the assault, right?
Yeah.
From the size of the send. And meanwhile, they're getting income sends.
Yeah, the income sends really just mean that there's no pressure on them whatsoever. Like, every time that Zunaman and Reaper send another Fiend and King up, it just means that Shadow and Joke can continue saving if they want to, and they're just not in any danger.
Yeah, true, but I'm not super sure if this patch will allow that strat to be as good as it was earlier.
Yeah, true.
And if you look at the values already, they're
Yeah,
pretty
so
high
far
up. They
behind.
have a little king.
And look at this. So if you can see the... I can't actually ping that, but if you look at the recommended value on the bottom right-hand side,
Yeah.
Zunaman and Reaper are pretty close to recommended value, despite they've been saved on for 4 long waves since wave 6.
Yeah, they will just go for income king until the others send, and like with vampire and stuff.
Yeah. And that vampire is really good on Zunaman as well.
Yeah.
So when do you think they go? It has to be 11, right? They can't go 12 against Reaper's Vulcan Cannon, I don't think.
I mean, they can.
They
But
go.
they will go here.
They go.
I think they could have gone for a 12 send. Since they might expect Reaper to harden next wave and do maybe some more hardened Mudman.
Pack leader there from Shadow. What do you think about a pack leader on 11? I mean, it's behind a Ghost Knight, right? So it's not terrible. But I think at this
Yeah,
point,
probably.
because they're so all in, right? They're really, really all in already on this match. So do you not just skip income for a 4-Rise or something like this?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I mean, the pack leader, to be fair, will survive long.
It will.
But
It will. Unless it pulls left. Because we're going to see the Ghost Knight being pulled into the split here with the Bone Warrior from Zunaman.
actually, the pack leader should be behind it, I believe. But let's see.
But it might go left. We'll find out. Oh, there's imps as well. Yeah, look, Pack Leader did go left, but still he's got everything on the Ghost Knight. So the Ghost Knight's doing his job.
Yeah. Huge sense, though. But look how good Reaper is holding. What the fuck?
Wow, Reaper's doing incredibly well. I mean, he's leaking there, but it's only going to be 4-Rise and like 3 creeps, right?
It will be only the 4-Rise.
Wow. Reaper!
Okay, 1 creep. Crazy
Zunaman 92%, Reaper 47. How did he do so well there? I mean, he's 80 value. He's pretty close to value. He's got a hardened.
He has only 1 tank, and the gun didn't tank at all.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Jules has to say after this wave ends now, because this was Shadow and Joke's all in play pretty much, and they didn't win off it. Like, they got some decent damage done, but it wasn't game ending.
Wow.
Huh. I mean, Jules still thinks that Zunaman and Reaper are winning. Honestly, after they held so well, I think I kind of agree with him.
Yeah, they're in a good position, at least.
Yeah. Millennium is very nice from Shadow. That's very strong on 13 and 14, which is where he's otherwise weak. And on Joke's side, he's starting to get those Boars and Zeus's online. He really would like to re-roll though, right? See if he gets an APS or a Starcaller or something like that to boost his
Can we
damage.
see if he re-rolled already?
I don't think there's an icon to show it, but I didn't see him re-roll at least.
It would show in the chat, right?
He's definitely. Oh, he has. He's re-rolled. He's got the APS. He's swapped the rat for an APS.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Done it now.
Yeah.
Just done it now. Well, that's pretty much the best thing he could have hoped for.
Yeah. Except the Starcaller, maybe.
Yeah. Right. So.
When will the sense be is the question. I think it's 15 somehow, or maybe even 16.
It probably
just
has
don't know.
to be 15.
With the new patch, it's very hard to go for a long save.
Yeah, but this is a really starved game, right? Like, I don't think I've had a single game this starved in the new patch. But if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Shadow and Joke, right? So.
Yeah. Also, somehow the percentage changed again, even though nothing happened, because Shadow pushed very hard.
Yeah, he's leading in income and workers as well on Shadow, and he's pretty high value as well, so
True.
in terms of economy at least their play worked out well for them.
Oh, and they're playing Creditor.
Ah,
That's the difference as well.
Yeah. So their long save not only got a decent chunk of damage in, but it also bullied Reaper and Zunaman off the Creditor. Although to be fair,
Reaper
Zunaman
is
was always
safe.
going for Vampire. Right?
That's interesting. Now Reaper is saving while Zunaman went for a little income to get his Sovereign out. And they just want to go 16, I believe. They just want to go straight 16 there.
Yeah. And if this doesn't work, then they're going to be able to, right? There's nothing Shadow and Joke can do to stop them. But let's see, this send's really important now.
Yeah, but I don't think that Zunaman is leaking. Reaper is maybe leaking against its sand, because the Ram will be targeted straight from everything.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Zunaman is leaking.
The Ram
or
is
at least
so
not
good into the Vulcan Cannon. I think his Vulcan Cannon's dying, actually. That's so big if that thing goes down. Wow, okay, that's going to be a big leak now on Reaper. Not protecting his cannons a big mistake here. We have a look over at Zunaman though, so the 4-Rise is on his Sovereign. That thing's going
It's just too crazy. It's just crazy. As I said.
Reaper 60%, actually doing better than I thought he would.
Oh, the 4
Cinnamon is gonna leak, I guess, but only the 4 eyes. Does he even kill it?
Or is it? No, he kills
Oh, he
it.
gets
Nice.
it. Wow, okay.
Good
Well
job,
played, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. What the fuck?
And now I think Reaper and Cinnamon are in a pretty solid position.
Yeah, I must even say if Reaper's gun didn't die, he would probably also hold.
Yeah. Right. So it's going to be a 16 sen. Like, oh, Shadow just rerolled the APS as well. How are these guys so good, dude? They just both rerolled the perfect unit for their builds.
And Joke is preparing for 16 already with Pyros.
Yeah, good call, Joke. Nice read there. Thing is, like, if they go 16, right? Doomsday, which you think is going to be terrible on 16, is actually very, very strong there because of all the AoE damage that it does.
Yeah, but it's only good if you have a little something to support it as well.
Oh, well, Shadow has APS. So,
yeah, I meant like I meant AoE wise. I meant AoE wise.
I see.
Like a flower or a boar or something, or a pyro. Yeah, something that can at least do some damage to the wave, and then the Doomsdays can go for the last shots and hit the splash.
Well, the sends are pretty big, but so are the values on Shadow and Joke, so they're both going to be around 4k.
Zunaman should have pushed a little more earlier, because he's sending actually into the
I mean, he's
so-called better
workers.
Build. Yeah.
Game is so starved, actually.
And Shadow and Joke also going for a full send here.
That kind of makes sense. Although Zunaman, I think, should hold as long as he gets decent focus.
I really don't like the Chieftains buffing the gun.
No,
he has to
that's,
do something about
terrible,
that.
Yeah. It's completely wasting the buff there. He's better to just leave them as pilgrims and not upgrade them.
True.
This is going to be a really big leak now on Reaper. Yeah.
But look at Shadow, as I said.
Yeah, alright. He doesn't even kill the 4 eyes, by the way, so he added 2 deep coilers here just to snipe out that backline, and it didn't work. The 4 eyes is leaking on low HP.
Oh, Zunaman again.
Absolutely smurfing it on Zunaman. He's going to full hold this time.
Yes, full holding. He also held full on the last time.
Joke? Joke holds too!
Joke also, wow.
Look at that. Zeus, hero Zeus on 30% HP. I mean, sure, he's not covering anything, but it's pretty solid that he doesn't leak his own lane. Now,
chaos, disorder.
They're not going to die to this, but they're going to be very, very low.
Yep. Now the percentage of winning actually changed a lot towards Joke and Shadow.
67-33, so 2/3 favoured. And now I think the builds might just clutch it, because I think Shadow and Joke just have better rolls for the late game. I mean, Zunaman's is okay, but he's kind of terrible on 19 and 20, right?
Yeah, they have to go straight 19 now, since they're so good on 18, both of them.
Yeah. And
here they're not...
Reaper's keeping all of those shields on the Vulcan cannon, which is really bad. So, guys in Twitch chat, if you're wondering why me and Saiyajin don't like the shield on the gun, it's because the gun has negative damage reduction. You'll see now when the wave starts. So when the creeps get close to it, it's taking 44% bonus damage. So all of those shields are only giving 60% of the value they would on any other unit. That plus the fact it's not actually tanking until right
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
It's like completely wasted.
Also, it's not tanking in the beginning, so...
Yeah.
He's not even holding to no send here.
Wow.
Maybe the sends are 18 then, yeah, and they're going.
He's got so much value that he's got 4 chieftains, right? And all of them are completely wasting their spell. So that's so much,
I hope
like,
he will
wasted
change
gold.
that now, at least to a poly or something.
Yeah,
For
he
next
needs
wave.
to. He needs to, like, put it on a devilfish or something like this. Alright, so Shadow and Joke also deciding to send here on 18. They didn't want to go for the straight 19 play.
Yeah, since they saw how low valued the Reaper is.
Yeah. The sends are pretty big all round.
What is he doing? Yeah, okay, now he's buffing the poly. Oh, he's not even buffing because it will prefer the left side. He has to do it in the middle.
Yeah,
He has to do
he
it
needs
here.
it here or something like this, but he
Yeah,
can't
oh
leave
my
it on the
god.
Vulcan cannon. That's such an error, I think, dude.
Please, Reaper, change it. And harden.
Alright, we've got a second Phoenix out from Zunaman. It looks like he's not hardening, but to be fair, it's not making any difference here.
But, like,
Yeah, you still need to...
just for the
harden.
fact
Yeah,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
do it.
Oh, but look at all these king ups that went with the Ram and the pack leader there from Joke.
Yeah, that's also a little bit questionable.
Maybe he's just thinking that Reaper's leaking to anything anyway, and he's not wrong. Now, if we have a look at Zunaman's lane, that Four Eyes is killing the Phoenix, but he's holding actually very easily. Zunaman, again, coming in clutch. And sure, Reaper's leaking here, but it's actually
How
not that
long is the
bad.
gun living?
I mean, it has got 6 stacks on it, even with the
Yeah,
minus
but
60%.
still. What?
It's a 12k HP gun, dude.
Yeah, imagine he buffed the poly there, he would hold.
Oh, easily, yeah. Easily,
If
easily.
if you just buff a poly instead of the gun.
Yeah.
But what's the play now?
I
That's
mean,
such a weird game. It's 20 for everybody, right?
I think it has to be 20. Oh, they
Oh
reset.
wow. Jokes.
Well, only on Joke. Oh no, Shadow as well with the post-income Shaman. Huh. Do you know what? I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
it's...
actually smart.
I think it's good, yeah, because like if you look at Zunaman's build, he's got loads of really strong units with the Sovereign, with Lifesteal, the Phoenixes, but all of those units are terrible on 19.
I think it's still a risk. Like, if they're going to hold this now, then they might lose the race on 20.
And actually, Reaper finally
Yeah.
fixing his build here. He's putting the shields
Finally.
now on a hardened column. Good job, Reaper.
Oh, and he's even hardening, that's crazy.
Yeah?
Oh, they're also resending, I just didn't see it.
Oh, post-income, yeah. They did
Yeah,
post-income
they were posting some
They
resending
probably
as
saw their
well.
values and thought, well, we kind of need to.
Maybe, yeah.
Column is down. But now his guns are doing very low damage, though, because they're so far away from the wave.
That's true. That one is
Good
almost not
actually.
even hitting the wave anymore.
Joke's full holding. Shadow is doing very well. Reaper leaks 17%. Zunaman, raid boss Zunaman, actually leaking here for once. And that's it, that's game.
That will be the first one, yeah.
I mean,
It was very exciting, to be honest.
it was. I mean, let's kind of give it up for Reaper and Zunaman. They made this game very close against two of the best tournament players in the current scene.
That's actually true.
Like, these guys performed well above their expectations, I would say. Like, they're fairly low seeded in Division 1 in terms of their elo, and they made this game very, very close here against Shadow and Joke, mainly thanks to a couple of very clutch holds from Zunaman. To scroll through some of those ways. Now, Reaper actually did very well on 11 against his 420 send.
Yeah.
Zunaman fully holding the 440 on 14, while Reaper kind of leaked pretty small, to be honest.
I
Zunaman
think
full holds again, 16. Go ahead.
the small game changer was Zunaman not pushing enough after the 14 wave.
Yeah.
He should have really pushed more if they wanted to go 16.
Yeah, because Joke just held that so easily, right?
Yeah, not so easily, I think. Like in the end, it was 1v1 versus the 4i where he barely held,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he held, and that's the main factor. So
Yeah, I was getting my waves mixed up. Yeah, it was one Zeus left with like 30%
Yeah,
HP
yeah.
or so. Yeah.
something like that.
So if he sent another 100 Mythium, then Joke probably leaks pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I don't remember what the sand exactly was, but if you could afford something like I don't know,
Hermit?
Rampack Mole or something.
Yeah. So Pack Mole are there already, but if he could have got a Hermit, let's say, then Joke's probably leaking a decent chunk.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, let's time to hop into game number 2. Let's see if Reaper and Zunaman can bring one back.
The lobby is open already.
Alright, Reaper and Zunaman to choose send order. Let's see if they're happy with how it was in game 1.
Why is your channel not showing in my Twitch?
It's on the LTD2 channel, the official channel. Yeah. We're on the official channel, dude. Come on. All right, we're just waiting for the players to get ready now. So what do you think Zunaman and Reaper need to do differently if they want to take a win out of this series?
Hard to say, actually. Maybe they should figure out faster when they want to send the next time, and then really do a hard push for that send, because this is the key to success in the new patch.
Yeah.
Don't skip more than a wave and push hard.
And their send on 18 last game was post-income, right? So maybe if they had known
No, this
what
was
they wanted
actually
to do...
19. On 18 they sent.
Yeah. But if they'd known what they wanted to do and sent pre-income, maybe that would have made a difference, because like Zunaman was pretty close to holding, right?
I go for Fiesta this time.
Yeah, Fiesta's a good idea. Let's get the cheers in the chat. Alright guys, game number 2 is up. We have a 1-0 advantage on the side of Shadowwings and Joke. And we do have double greed already, Zunaman and Reaper. Shadow and Joke still deciding. We've got a re-roll there from Joke and a cash out from Shadow.
Back to the roots.
Yeah. No Fiesta though from Joke. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's viable.
I think it's not that bad.
Did you play it already?
Yeah, I played. Well, I played a game with Julian today where Julian played Fiesta, and it was pretty nice, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. So you're not playing it to like be a mega late game carry anymore like you were before. Now you're playing. You just play really aggressively, and you just don't care if you leak. You're not trying to leak anymore, but you're just like you just push more workers than you would normally, and you just don't really mind if you leak.
Okay, but then like the other one has to stay safe all the time, right?
A bit, but I mean he's playing with me, right? So.
Yeah, I saw one game actually of you two, like where you both started Graal, getting a king up, and then he didn't build, but you build an infiltrator. That was
against Bonnie, yeah.
Pretty nitty.
Yeah, I mean that was also the only thing that I could build. So. Alright, so we've got king ups all around again this time. Shadow with the flower will be able to go 6 workers, so getting pretty lucky there with his cash out roll. Flower, one of the best units to get, I think, with cash out.
I don't like the Pilgrim start.
No, I'm not a fan of the Pilgrim start either.
Oh, Shadow 6 worker already.
Yeah. His cash out with flower.
Is this leaking to his name? Is this actually leaking to his name?
Shadow, I think it does.
Yeah.
Because it's only 1 flower and 1 fist, right? But Reaper, I don't think he even gets 20 Mythium in time.
Wait.
But he king upped. What?
What?
He did a king up into Shadow's flower. He can just go 7 workers now.
Oh, wow. But why did the Fire Aqua add 2 more polys instead of pushing?
No idea. He did get
Is
a
somebody
king up on
saving?
one, didn't he? Huh.
I'm not super sure, to be honest.
Interesting. Alright, income resends now from Joke and Zunaman. Shadow and Reaper saving.
Maybe
he's staying 4 workers there with
Maybe he
elemental.
didn't get a send? What happened there?
Huh.
I really don't get it.
He didn't get a send. Look at Joke's income. The Joke started with 3 income and he's just sent a DT now, so he didn't send on 1.
Okay, that's...
But I mean, Reaper surely... he knows that Joke's got a fairly slow start there with that Zeus and the slow waves, and the fast waves, sorry.
Yeah.
Right, Joke easy holding. Shadow didn't go to 7 workers though.
True. That's also surprising.
Alright, Shadow gets his Dino out on 4, which is pretty solid. What's Zunaman's answer here? Does he just go for Maiden?
Yeah, he has to, right?
But then his
What else
goal's a bit
can he do?
ugly as well, right? Like he can do a Maiden. He goes for a walk. That's not too
Oh,
bad
he's
either.
even mispositioning it.
Yeah, he's block building.
Yeah.
Mr. Slickins would be proud. That Dino's just going to walk through his mask split here. Right, now it's going to tank the wall and the shroom. Or is it actually? In fact, I think the Dino's just going to be completely ignored. That's the nice thing about masks, right? It just lets you ignore tank mercenaries.
You spoke too soon.
Yeah. He's on it now, but that's fine. He's kind of small leaking. 50% there versus 100 cent. I think you'll take that if you're Zunaman. The shame is that Reaper leaked as well to the 40 cent.
Yeah, I actually wonder how. With the devilfish?
Yeah.
It's really strange. Maybe the aqua pulled too much?
It must have done. Alright, so we've got big sends here now. We've got the Brute from Zunaman, the Double Dragon Turtle from Reaper. Zunaman will have a Snail to join his Brute, I think. Joke, he's got 120 gold to spend. He can't get that Wanderer without selling. So either he has to sell this. Okay, he does. Oh, he just gets a second Zeus. Okay.
Can be juicy. I mean, he will kill the boss for sure.
Yeah. He probably leaks, but it's probably not that bad, honestly. The double Zeus is just so much damage on wave 5. Insane.
It depends if they're going to split aggro now.
No, they don't. That's unlucky.
But it's still not a big leak.
He's completely fine there. He's going to leak a
Or
Brute
is
plus
it even a
1.
leak? Maybe it's not even.
And Shadow, he's doing just fine. That's a 7 stack cat, so he's easy holding. And Joke is leaking only a low HP Brute. He's very fine with this.
He almost held it.
Yeah. One more spell would have held. But he's completely fine with that. And the long waves honestly work in their favour while they have the worker advantage.
Yeah. You can see already, let's say, some disadvantage in experience.
Yeah.
Since I think Zunaman and Reaper are not playing super much lately. And this you can see, for example, already on the fact that even though Reaper built 2 polys on wave 2, he could have comfortably gone for the 5th worker, build another small aqua and do an upper split, and he would be super fine even against a Brute on 3.
Yeah.
And then on 4 he probably wouldn't leak against a single turtle since it would go into the split. But yeah. Small things changing a lot in this game.
Absolutely. And this game actually feels a little bit more one-sided than game number 1.
Yeah, also Shadow and Joke realizing now that they're already ahead and they're even going for a scale.
Yep.
They're not going for the...
Imagine, dude. Imagine Shadowwing's income sending. What are we watching? Never been seen before.
He's improving.
How?
Changing his playstyle.
More adaptable Shadow is a scary
they're
Shadow.
actually... That's true, yeah.
This should be an easy hold for Zunaman there with his 820 value. He should be more than fine. Reaper though, I'm not so sure. He let his fire elemental die very quickly there against the Cannoneer. But he's just fine, right? He's going to have a small leak maybe.
He's going to lick the cannon at least.
Yeah. Okay, so a long wave.
The
and
first
Zunaman's
thing
full
is
sending
the
here.
brutes.
Brutes. Yeah. How do you feel about the Brutes into Joke's build?
Yeah, I don't know. They're spawning a little behind the wave, so if he's not going to send some snails or stuff, the Zeus might even attack the wave first.
Yeah.
Then the brutes can live a little bit, but
Got both of them on brutes. Now, Joke goes for this disciple here, and I really don't like it actually. I think the disciple's going to die very quickly. The split makes it much better, because the split's going to pull half the wave in that direction. That might save him.
yeah, I think even more than half of the wave, since on
Okay,
wave 8 it's
I
working
think this bone warrior here probably saves his disciple.
strangely. Yeah, look, he's pulling almost the whole wave.
Yeah, that was good.
But somehow
Oh,
this
disciple's
cat...
still dying.
Yeah, it's but the brutes are gone already as well.
Yeah, true. If we have a look over in Shadow's lane, he's killed the Stens as well. There's 3 brutes into Shadow. They're all dead,
Yeah.
but so's his Harbinger. I think he's going to do just fine. And Joke obviously full holding there. Shadow taking 2 creeps? Yeah, he's totally fine with that. That was a 180 send. 3 brutes there. So low income mercenaries from Reaper. Leaking
Yeah.
2 Cobras is very fine for Shadow.
And now they can just go straight 11 again, or maybe even 12.
Yeah.
And they will do after this send.
Yeah. And again, there's not really a great defensive spell on wave 11. There's
Yeah,
Magician
that's
or
why.
Sorcerer. But neither of those are really useful to Dunaman and Reaper. They don't really have a good Magician or Sorcerer target. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
Reaper
that's
could go for it like super late game Magician on a gate circle, but it's not going to help him on 11.
Also, Zunaman could do a sorcerer bunk, or maybe even a sorcerer on his
True.
False
true.
Maiden upgraded into a Razor.
Sorcerer on a Haven actually is not that bad now that you mention
Yeah,
it.
if you
And
have
especially
Pilgrims.
if you have, yeah, Chieftain. 'Cause then you've got like a 10k HP Banana Haven with 50% more damage on its reflect.
Yeah.
Alright, Joke is leaking to the resend here, but again, he's completely fine with this. He's even just pro-leaking, it's just going to be the Brute on its own again. Wow. It's a shame he didn't play Fiesta, right?
True. This would be a really good Fiesta.
The perfect Fiesta game here for Joke.
Oh wow, they're even going for a 10 cent here. I mean, yeah, why not? They're looking so bad here.
Oh, agreed.
No proper 10 unit on both of them.
I've just seen in the chat SSP saying that King and Bonnie lost 2-0 to Kid K with a diamond.
Okay.
Is he trolling me, or is that something that happened?
I don't know, I wasn't in contact with them so far.
That would be pretty funny though. Alright, so both sides sending only income from Dinman and Reaper, but full sends there from Shadow and Joke, so let's see if we get any leaks out here on 10. And Reaper at least should be leaking fairly decently. Oh, yeah, look at all of these masks just not doing what they needed to do.
But how? Oh, because you put the mask just somewhere in the middle
In
instead
the middle,
of
yeah, and then it
wall.
pulled it to the bunk instead. So Joke and Shadow both leaking, both giving shutdown. Oh, Shadow actually killed his boss, but still gave shutdown, okay. Alright, I mean, those shutdowns actually change things a little bit. Plus 50 gold for both Zunaman and Reaper. Zunaman still has his masks up
Can I
in
ping
front
that?
here. Huh?
It didn't change too much if you look at the win percentage.
Yeah, 68-32. They're still heavily favoured on the side of Shadow and Joke.
Yeah, Shadow is already very far ahead.
Yeah.
If you compare Shadow to Zunaman,
I mean, both of them have way more workers, right, than their counterparts. More
Yeah.
workers, more income. Bit less value, but that's fine.
Is there a way for Zunaman and Reaper to win? This is the question.
And there's always a way. It's just
Yeah,
they need
the
to be able to
problem in
find
this
the
new
path.
patch is for example, look at Shadows Mythium, and I mean Joke and Shadows, but especially Shadows Mythium compared to the others. Like this 4 worker advantage he has there is so much worth with the new patch already,
Yeah.
because earlier you would get like 4 Mythium out of that like per second or 40 per 10 seconds. How is the calculation?
4 per 10 seconds.
Yeah. And now it's like 6.5 to 7 or something.
It's not that much. It's only 8%, right?
Wait,
8%
we can see
per
it
wave.
even. Yeah, 8% per wave. But also the previous workers already are calculated in, right?
Yeah, it's
Somehow like that.
pretty good. But look at, I mean, they already have more workers now on wave 11 than they did on wave 16 in the last game. So this game's a little bit more fed. And we're getting a send coming out here
True
on
that.
13 from Zunaman and Reaper. I don't know about that. Like, Shadow has an Arc of Justice with Sorcerer. There's just no chance that he's leaking 13.
He shouldn't, right?
Shadow, there's no way for Shadow to pick here. He has Arcter, he has the Sovereign, Arc of Justice, sorry, with Sorcerer. And the send is just not that big either. It's a few snails and a 4 eyes.
I just got the confirmation that King really lost.
Wow. I mean, King Dan's, he just can't win if you're not there to carry him, dude. Alright, so Joke probably goes for a bit of a leak here with his build. But not even a bad one, honestly. That's going to kill the mole now. Or Shadow, by the way. No way, said the caster. Yes way, says Shadow. Another double shutdown, 50 and 25 there. And these shutdowns, they do add up, you know, so they gave the 25 on 10, and now they're giving 50 and 25 on 13. That's a decent chunk of gold for Reaper and Zunaman. Alright, the question is, can they hold these sends here on 14, though?
Yeah, they're so much under, actually.
Yeah. $400 under on Zunaman, 200 on Reaper. They have got a strong king, though. Alright, 660 against Zunaman, 600 against Reaper. Are they going to survive this or no?
I don't think so, since none of them has really built to hold.
Yeah. Oh wow, look, Reaper's just getting absolutely run over there. 146% lead.
Yeah, both of them.
113 on Zunaman. This is just game over. So Shadowwings and Joke, they had to sweat a bit in game number 1. Zunaman and Reaper gave them a run for their money. But here in game number 2, they were kind of just showing us their stuff. This was more like the Shadow and Joke I'm used to seeing. They dominated this match.
Victory.
I still like the matchup, I would say. Like, we almost got a surprise in game 1.
Yeah. Game 1 was very close, honestly. Like, one different decision or one, you know, change of build or something, and Reaper and Zunaman would have won that.
The second game was just the total difference. Like,
yeah,
it was
Shadow and Joke
far
just
away
stomped
from
it.
close.
Yeah.
Far away from close.
Alright, so Shadow and Joke are through to round number 2. We probably can hop into a game that's halfway through. I can see
Can we do that?
I can see Slickins and FTQ in loading screen, so I guess their game's just about to start. If you want to hop into that one, we probably need to wait like 30 seconds or so for that one to get underway because you need to wait before spectating. But then we can jump in and see that one pretty much from the start, which should be a game number 3. So that kind of has to be the longest possible series in round 1.
Well, I have like, let's say 20 more minutes.
Okay.
Don't know.
Well, let's hop into FTQ's game now then.
Okay.
And we can see how these guys are getting on. It's FTQ and Slickins versus Paney and Shea. And then you can hop off after this game or partway through if you need to. And we will see who I can cast with in round number 2.
Sure, I'm joining the game already.
Cool. So, Twitch chat, you might find something funny here, is that Kid K was so certain he was going to lose in round 1 against King Dans and Bonnie that he had volunteered to be my co-caster for the second round. Only now he accidentally won the first round against Dans and Bonnie. He's going to have to play, so I'll need to start finding myself a co-caster. Alright, what do you think about the openers here?
It is standard and solid openers, I would say.
Yeah. Bone Crusher always giving the nice slow waves. FDQ on the cash out there.
Yeah, he's playing it a lot lately, as far as I saw. I played him. I played like the last 2 days a couple of times against them, or
Yeah.
at least against FTQ. Yesterday even I played like 6 or 7 games against Slickins and FTQ.
Oh, nice. And how are they playing together? Are they good?
Well, they have to find their golden middle, I would say, first.
Fair enough.
It felt like that FTQ mainly tried to send a lot of income and scale, while Slickins also did it, but a little more controlled.
Yeah.
And then almost in every game it happened that at some point Slickins was out and FTQ couldn't carry. So let's see how it will be in this matchup here.
Yeah. I think Paney and Shea are kind of an untested duo as well, right? Like, I haven't really seen those guys playing together before.
Yeah, I was also super surprised to see them two playing together.
Let me just whisper.
Shea went to 6 workers here with no proper unit for 3, that's interesting.
He is getting the double snail here. I think if
Yeah,
FGQ
this
could have
will
got
be
the
a super big
third-
league. This will be a big league.
Yeah. So let's see that gun getting run down. He is ignoring the second snail, though.
Yeah, that's goodish, but also not super
Still a
good.
51% leak, yeah. Piney, obviously, he's fine, so he's going to be able to cover that. And Shay did save. Oh, Slickins has a bunk here. But does Shay just have to go straight wave 6 now?
Oh, he played Growl into Bung. I mean, he could go for income here as well and then go 6, but if he goes for a straight 6 to enable Paney, would be pretty good for...
Yeah. From what I've seen of Shay's game style, he does like to go for those long saves. That's certainly how he played the LIHL with Xcord, so if he's going to do the same for Piney here and just enable his teammate, I think that's probably Shay's kind of strong suit.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it looks like that's what he's doing.
In the end, Shea is mostly ending up spamming some units, which he shouldn't, and saving too long.
He is going to hold
He
the reset
will be
here, though.
It depends if his gun dies here, which it looks like. No, he's not holding. Ay,
not?
that's a bad position.
Wow, the Warg just didn't tank for his gun. That's just a bad position, right? Because there's no way
Yeah,
that should
it
lead
is.
to a 60 cent. No way.
It should never leak. The good thing is, he can save a little longer. Doesn't need to build too much. I think the first 2 tanks with a gun need to be here and here in the early game. And then later on, you even want to put it a little more farther up.
Tiny with a post-income brute send here against FDQ, by the way. It's a
That's
little bit
interesting.
spicy. He just wants to give a long wave, right? Because Shay's going to go for a knockout blow on 6.
Yeah, but look at Slickins just shifting here for his Orchid. And he probably won't have too much troubles to hold next wave with an Orchid, I guess. If he boosted even. Yeah, but Piney getting what he wanted here, a long round.
Yeah, so it's a very small leak. But like you say, it's
Oh,
just a
look
super long wave. Is he leaking as well?
No, he's not, but it's a super long wave. Or maybe he is even leaking.
I think he's going to leak 1 creep. And it's just going to be the longest wave in history. And he's going to get an ogre.
Oh,
wow, Shay, that is a pro leak, my friend.
But I don't know if
Slickins can
Ogre...
have an Orchid, though.
I think he should do rather a Mimic and some spam, maybe.
Well, there's the ogre.
In my opinion.
There's the ogre. He disagrees.
Yeah, like... I understand that he's tempted to send an Ogre when he get it just in income, but... If you think about it, like... The only really good unit here need to be killed fast is the Orchid, right?
Yeah.
And the Bunk will be killed by the wave quickly anyway already.
Yeah, true. And with this fully boosted Orchid as well, so his front line will die very quickly to the ogre.
Yeah, that's why I think you want there like something that kills the Orchid fast.
Look how fast the Orchid kills those Rockos.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
And he's also tanking the Ogre very, very good.
Yeah. He's gonna leak just the ogre.
Yep.
Wow, that is so good, honestly, for Slickins. That is so good. And meanwhile, Shay leaks 89% versus Imps and a couple of Snails. So this one is definitely a lead now for Slickins and FDQ.
Still, the problem in Shay's lane is that his tank line is too low. I think his gun just died here. I didn't see it because I was looking at the Ogre lane, but... I'm actually going to test it out with the Bunk. Maybe it's just too high value and too good of units, but I really think with a Mimic and like some snails or turtles, a little spam would be better.
Yeah, probably right, actually. Like a Mimic's a pretty solid choice there. Or something like a 4 Eyes might have been insane, but obviously he didn't have that much Mythium. That's so good though for Slickins that he holds the 220 send there on 6.
Yeah, of course.
So good. And Shay, like if we look at his power score now, he's kind of already falling out of the game because...
He is toasted, yeah.
Yeah, he was all in for that. And it just didn't work.
Tiny shifting here, but for what?
Maybe Millennium?
Yeah,
Slickins can send the dreaded mole, and there it is. Alright, so Piney, what's your answer for a mole? It is a Millennium. I mean, it's not great on wave 8, right? Changes.
especially when you build it behind. Like if he puts it here, then at least tanks a little bit. Oh,
He's reading your mind, dude. That's exactly where you pinged.
yeah.
Alright, and
On this spot it will at least tank.
Shay's shifting gold. Oh, never mind, he has a shroom.
Yeah, like this it's maybe even a hold.
Okay, that's really
The
nice
Millennium.
split focus, actually. But now the Millennium's going down pretty quickly.
Yeah, but it can be still a hold since there is nothing left
with
to
split tanking perfectly,
decrease
that's
the
gonna be a hold.
Aquas. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Piney. Very nice positioning there. And Shay as well, with his 920 value, he's going to be fine. Maybe leak a couple of creeps there. Yeah, he's very happy with that.
This will go throughout the whole game now, I think. That Shea will be leaking almost every send.
Yeah.
If he doesn't find a way to come back somehow.
That was so clutch though. If Piney leaks hard there, then the game's just over, right?
True, yeah.
Ooh, I might have a secret co-caster lined up for the next series.
Nice.
You'll have
If you
to
could,
stick
if you
around in
could
the chat to
join
find
already.
out. I'm
Me?
getting ready to go.
I'm getting ready to go soon.
Okay. Alright, here come big sends now on 10 from Piney and Shay. That's a Centaur. I actually really like the Centaur against FDQ's build. Because it's going to do a ton of damage against his shrooms. It's going to tank a load of the Leviathan shells.
Will it be tanking? Is the question.
It won't tank the frontline units, but it will tank the Leviathan, right?
Okay. I'm never sure about the Centaur on 10.
Oh, let's find out. 320 is always just a dangerous send there, right?
Yeah, look, everything is on the boss. It's
But
nothing
it's
is attacking.
going to tank all the Leviathan shells now that it's in range.
I mean,
7% on FTQ, 62 on Slickins. But
Big
both
leagues.
bosses are very low HP though. Very low.
so who is the secret co-caster now? You make me curious.
They will send a couple of messages just to confirm.
Actually, like the sense harmed them very much. Now it depends how good can they hold wave 11, because they're getting huge sense here. But if they can properly hold, I think the first game will be an advantage of Piney and Shay.
Yeah. But they have
Because
to hold first, right? That's
yeah,
the
they
first
have
step.
to hold first, of course. If they
And these sends
but
are
like,
pretty big.
yeah, but Piney is only minus 65, Shay only minus 90, so I don't think that the sense will harm them. 3 violets and all the AoE stuff. 2 violets, sorry.
The violets are dying very quickly though.
Yeah, but they are doing the job they should do.
There they are.
Tanking a little, doing the spell. Even Cher is looking like almost full holding here.
Oh,
He's
killing
sniping
the
the
witch
witch.
in the backline as
Yeah,
well. That's so clutch.
it's perfect for him. Both of them
These guys are
somewhat
doing so
pro-like.
well, yeah. 51% on Piney.
Piney was even unlucky
Look
with
at
not
this,
killing that.
17% on Shay, yeah. Yeah, not killing this one was kind of unfortunate there for him.
Yeah, it was also like a millisecond or something before the Millennium died.
Yeah.
So it would even kill that and do a little splash on the other 3 units.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is nice. Now
That's
Shea
really
and
good.
Penny can go win.
Well, look at their
Yeah,
workers as well. Their
Yeah,
tiny
they have
stuff's
just
pretty
to
high.
hard push and go
Yeah.
14, I would say.
14 looks pretty solid, yeah. The orchids are just dead value there. So is the violets on FTQ.
Also, they will have like a ton of Mythium to send there.
Oh, they'll have so much, yeah.
But Shea is like a little bit... I don't want to say scared to push, but I don't know what it is with him all the time. He could
Yeah.
easily push 2 more workers there. He's just shifting for... I don't know. He won't be able to do a Phoenix. So what for is he shifting here? Did he reroll already? Did you see anybody rerolling?
I haven't, to be honest. I've been slightly distracted trying to sort out a co-caster since Kid K let me down so badly by beating King Dan's.
King Dan's probably wanted just to play Hearthstone again.
Yeah.
He's
got a poker tournament or something like that.
He's farming to be rank 1 in Hearthstone as well.
Oh, really? What is he playing? Ranked? Arena?
Ranked. He's playing ranked. He's already like top 100 legend.
Oh, really? That's pretty impressive. But he is just a god gamer, though, right?
Yeah, he's whatever game he plays.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there are income resends from Slickins and FTQ. Yeah, I think this will just throw the game now. Because after that one, Piney can just push almost everything.
Yeah.
And also Shay should do it. Please, Shay.
Push some workers, Shay, please.
Yeah, he just need to push heavily here and send, and they win the game.
Yeah.
They also could go for the safer play and not push that much and go 15, but it's not necessary since look at the Mythium he can send. Look, Piney already sent 2 Ogres and again has 100 Mythium.
Yeah. New mid-game is just so scary, dude. Like, you make one mistake and your enemy can just punish you super hard.
Yeah. And imagine Shay pushing like the 3 more worker he didn't. He would pro league here probably, a unit and something. They would
that
have
would just
even
be
more
so
time.
perfect for them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is this
Yeah,
going to
I
be enough
think-
for a kill send, though?
Yeah, I think so. Due to the sand size.
Yeah, the sends are massive.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
600 already from 20.
Slickins is not even adapting his split, so the Ghost Knight will go directly here.
Yeah.
He's not boosting. They're expecting 15. They're expecting 15.
Wow.
Oh wow. Oh
the
wait,
Ghost
my
Knight
bad.
goes right, though.
Oh yeah, the Pewee. I didn't see the Pewee here. Or did he add it maybe in the end? I didn't see.
If we have a quick look at FTQ's lane, because his value is higher, and he's killed both ogres very quickly, but that's about all he's going to kill. He's still leaking half the wave there. And Slickins is doing really well. 68%
Yeah,
on
Slickins is doing
FTQ.
very good.
We nearly killed the pack leader. 71% on Slickins. Is this enough?
Might actually not be a game. I mean, I don't know how fat the Ghost Knight is against the King.
Well, it's dead now. But they're going to survive.
Yeah, they are surviving.
Barely survive, but still.
Yeah, but it just delays the game to 16, right?
Yeah, they still have less workers, they still have less value, they still have less income. They're in a pretty rough spot.
Yeah, I really think that Piney should have sent at least a 4-eye or something.
Yeah. Shay's
don't
actually
really-
quite good on
I mean-
16 though, by the way. Which is when the next send is going to come from everyone, I think. It has to be 16, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And Shay might just hold there. Although his value is very low.
I also think that Piney is not in super bad shoes with the Violets and
true.
Starcall and stuff. And he has the value. Forget that, he's just 100 under here.
FTQ can maybe add a couple of pyros as well.
And also, Slickins didn't really push to make Piney sweat, so... Yeah, I think Slickins and FTQ will just die faster here, compared to both the
Yeah, I
other
think so
ones.
as well. Shay, pro leaking here as well. So
Yeah.
I think Shay can't hold 16 just because his value is going to be so
Yeah, I think
low.
Shay should just push. They have 5% HP. Shay should just push and try to send the maximum he can. He should have already started before, probably, but... Yeah.
Slickin's going for the second Doomsday here. That's the best that he can do, really, on this wave. Did we get any pyros from FTQ? FDQ makes a red eyes here. What? I don't like that.
Yeah,
You
he could
obviously
have.
have a full Orchid Shift on Slickins, but it's just not going to be enough.
I mean, to be fair, FTQ has no tanks, right? So maybe he wants to do a little tankiness with the red eyes for his passive spell of the Leviathan and to make his Violet survive a little bit longer. But against the massive size of the Suns, they just have no
Not going to be
chance.
enough, yeah.
Yeah,
Shay's going to leak pretty
this
quick.
will be first game for
Slickins
Piney.
at 67.
Yeah, everybody's leaking, but like
Yeah.
that's the difference here.
Yeah, it was a pretty close match though.
Yeah, it was. It didn't look like it's like this, to be honest, in the beginning. Like Shea leaked so often, and then didn't manage to leak Mr. Slickins enough on 6. But somehow it still put Piney in a really good situation to carry that.
Yeah, fair play. Nice team strategy there from Pioneer and Shay. Clearly paying off for them. They take the game here on wave 60.
Yeah.
So,
It's always hard to play against people who you never face together, right?
Yeah.
Against some of them you play in ranked and they do a lot and stuff, but against people who rarely play together and then you all of a sudden face them, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
can be a problem sometimes.
Exactly. But I think Piney and Shay, they had a bit of a rocky start with Slickins holding that ogre on 6 pretty comfortably, or at least only leaking the ogre.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought that Slickins and FTQ had won the game at that point, but they were still able to convert it into a win. So fair play to those guys, Piney and Shay. They played it pretty well.
Yeah, also from my side, respect to them.
Yeah, 100%. But Saiyajin,
I have to go
right?
now, unfortunately. Yeah,
Perfect.
I would have
Well,
really loved to stay.
Thank you so much for casting with me, dude. It's been massively appreciated. It's been nice to have you here. And I will get my secret co-caster up and running. So thank you, Saya, for joining. It's been a pleasure. And we'll see you next time, dude.
Thanks. Bye-bye, boys. Enjoy. See ya.
Later. All right, Twitch chat. Who do we want to go for?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Twitch
Hello.
chat. You are blessed. We have our secret co-caster here. It's Mr. Scovtrolled. None other but the troll of Yonka Mayonka. How are you, dude?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I think this is the first time I've ever casted with you, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Do you have any preference for who you'd like to cast in round 2?
I don't know who's playing.
So we could do X-Crash versus Turning Point. I'm not sure who that is. We could do the Stags versus Blob Boys. The Stags is Kid K and his diamond teammate who managed to beat Bonnie and King Dance, which is pretty impressive.
Well, I think we should watch that. I think Kid K deserves the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely. If he was able to show up King Dance, I think we need to see what their special stuff is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just let the organisers know which one we're casting.
Which one is that?
That's Kid K, and Blob Boys is Adams and Offma. And we're ready to go. Let's see if that lobby is available.
That's I can't see it right now.
Offma's game.
Offmas. All right.
Hey, here we go. So
All
Dre
right.
Was the Diamond Devil taking down King Dan's and Bonnie in round 1.
That's impressive.
I mean, to be fair, if Saiyajin wasn't there to carry King Dan, then he doesn't really have much of a chance, right?
Well, it's either Saya or AK, right?
Yeah, someone needs to be there to carry Dance. He
Yeah,
can't.
it can't be Bunny because Bunny needs Basti to carry him.
Bonnie is far too heavy. Like exactly.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of weak link in a team, like Bonnie is to Basti and like Dan's is to Egakare, or Saiyajin, then you need.
Or you know what Chewis is to me, or
Yeah, well, exactly, dude. Exactly, or like Julian is to me. Well, to be fair, we're both
Yeah.
weak links. But but you need like one ringer. You can't just both be the weak player.
no, definitely not.
So how's things over in Denmark, dude?
They're good, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, spring is here. Everything's looking nice.
Yeah, same here actually.
Yeah, good to hear.
The world just feels a little bit better, doesn't it? When it's
Yeah.
sunny out and warm, and you can go and spend time outside and not freeze.
Definitely. And in the Legion, I'm out of the red again, which was
Oh, nice! You're in your
an
purple
interesting
badge.
an interesting journey.
Do you have
It
any?
seems
Do you
like-
have any stories from mining the depths of Ruby?
Apparently, people like to really income send a lot without knowing how to scale off a bit. So when I
just leave
tried to,
auto-send switched on, but don't press the worker button.
yeah,
Pretty solid.
and snails is apparently the perceived way of the game.
Yeah.
Snail more snail.
Just snail every wave.
Yeah, I mean, if you just send enough snails, at some point it's gonna break the opponent, right?
I think so. Yeah, I can't see any problem with that strategy.
No, it definitely breaks the opponent before it breaks your teammate, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah. But to be fair, the people on the other team are just as bad. So I guess it works 50% of the time.
But that's when for a long time that was my big hurdle. It felt like because the opponent team I didn't get the same treatment. I wasn't just receiving snails every time.
Unlucky, dude.
Yeah.
But guys, Twitch chat, we're straight into game number 1 here. It's the Blob Boys on the left-hand side, that's Offma and Adams, versus Kid K and Drewas on the right-hand side, the Kingslayers.
Definitely.
So let's get into the game. Well, I say get into the game,
Well,
we're just
get
waiting
into
for
the game.
Adams' hamster to warm up on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Get his PC up and running.
Alright, let's see what they get.
Alright, Adams is on Greed, Offma on Cash Out.
Oh, there.
We've
Yeah,
got
there's a
on
cartel from
Kid
Kid K.
I am absolutely loving Cartel in the new patch, by the way.
Yeah, because the workers straight after 10 are so strong.
Yeah. So, like, you don't really mind about the minus income if you can have a worker lead on wave 11.
Definitely. And Kid K can also go like Gate Guard and Steed and the Looter.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a pretty nice role, actually. And Dravos has a nice early game there with the Green Devil and the Buzz, but he's deciding to go with a gun. Fair enough. To be fair, the gun with the Gargoyle on wave 3 is pretty much unleakable, so I like that.
So a lot of 3-worker starts. Let's see what Kid K rolls with.
Kid K with his Cartel. I mean, he has to go with a Gate Guard opener, right? Look at that roll.
Yeah.
Gate Guard and a Treasure Hunt, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the Gate Guard.
But it's just
Is it-
5 workers. There's no reps.
No.
And he's only getting a king up from Offma, so there's no way to punish him here. He snails into Adams' Nightmare, though. That's not ideal. That does give Adams his 5th.
Oh yeah,
worker.
the
That's
Nightmare
kind of
is the
unlucky.
worst thing you can send a snail into.
Yeah, it is, because it gives you that 5th worker as soon as wave 2 build starts. You don't need to wait for the wave to begin.
Yeah, that's so strong.
Alright.
Well, an eventful first wave.
Yeah.
But
I think the fact that Kid K sent Adams a snail kind of gives them a small edge on the side of Offma and Adams.
well, you can see the game tells us already there's a 51,
Yes.
49%, so
That's it. Game's over. Jules says the game's
Yeah.
over. Yeah. Offma and Adams, they win this one. They're 1-0 lead. Let's go.
GG next.
GG go next. Right, and a
That's
king up
another
again
king
into
up for Offma. I don't
Wow.
like that.
No, that's just free 6 workers now for Offma.
And we have a
Offma has
pause.
disconnected though. Okay. I like the Blob Boys sticking to their theme though. They both have the Blob profile picture looking very cute there on the right hand side.
I mean, that is a very strong profile picture.
It's good. It's solid, yeah.
Right off my back. That's good to see.
A very quick disconnect there, so we'll let him off. He has to go 6 workers here though. If he does it, he's staying on 5. Huh. I don't know why you would stay on 5 workers here.
No, especially like that. The dragon there is just overkill.
Yeah, he absolutely doesn't need the dragon
I mean,
here on wave 3.
With the PV, he holds a snail, and the snail is all he can get. So.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I see Kid K pinging on the lane of Drewas, telling him where to build the gargoyles.
and yeah, they should be a bit further up. This is the same as with the. Oh, I guess they're correctly placed right there.
They're fine for now, but they wouldn't tank on 6, I think, so he'll need to build something further forward for 6.
Yeah, but 6 is always difficult in that regard.
Yeah. And 6 is a long way off as well, so he can still fix his build by then quite easily.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't rely on 2 gargoyles as my tanks for 6 anyway.
Dams, though, going for a bit of a leak here. 36% versus a lizard. Ah,
Such a small leak at this stage. I mean, as long as it doesn't throw him off balance.
oh, it really doesn't matter, no. Wave 5, I think, would be the worry point there for a Dams, but he has got Bone Crusher in his role.
Yeah, Offma is also looking a bit shaky on 5.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, unless he builds well, he could get a Tempest to tank on 5 actually.
I think he's just full shifting here. Oh no, he's not, he's adding a 10. I think he should just full shift and get like a bunk.
Oh yeah, he could do that.
And he does. Good call, Mr. Offma, big balls.
Well, no one's gonna send into your Sora backed up by a Sea Dragon on 4.
No, true. Even if they did, to be honest, he would have just held it, so...
Yeah. I mean, what would it take? Like 2 lizards?
Yeah. Good here, though. So Kid K was bullied off of his treasure hunt. He keeps both rats above ground, 420 value, and still kind of barely holding against defeat because his units are just so weak here on wave 4.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But, I mean, that's what the treasure hunt does. It adds value when you need it.
Yeah, true. Alright, we've got sends all around here on wave 5.
Yeah, Offma is still... Oh, he goes for the Drake.
Ah,
He was still 24 gold off.
off the bunk, yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like a tall
Too much.
tall order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if
It was
there
at-
was a leak, then probably he would have got it, but...
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he was at 124 gold with his shift. So he
This
still
is
had
a
to
lot
get
of
another...
magic damage though, right?
It really is. And, I mean, the Yusora is not all that bad on 5 because of the dodge. And if it keeps getting...
So
oh,
much
and
extra value as
the
well
life
because
binder
of the hit.
tanks the boss as well.
Look how quickly it dies. Huh. Pretty nice
I
play
actually-
there from Offma. Respectable.
I actually like having the life binder tank a little bit in the
Yep.
earlier stages. Because it doesn't get the time to take away all its own health anyway. So you might as well have it
Use
soak up a little bit of damage straight away.
This is not even close for Offma. It's just an easy hold, and he's going to cover Adam's leak there as well to
Yeah.
get 87. Nice play there, Offma. And if we look at Drewas, he's going to leak very small. Only the Dragon Turtle there.
And we have 2 small scorpions on Kid
That's
K.
fine. He probably would have liked to kill that one though when it's on 5% HP, right?
Yeah, I mean that's sad for him, but I mean the league was still bigger on the West team, but it's gonna get covered. But then again, 2% king damage is nothing.
Absolutely not. And Jules actually favours Kid K and Drewas.
That's interesting. I mean the workers are even, but Kid K has the double treasure hunt.
Yeah, that's pretty nice actually. So Adams has gone for a brute send here into Drewas.
Oh,
I
but
think
he,
it's
he, he
probably
hasn't put a
gonna work.
forward tank. Drewas hasn't put a forward
Oh,
tank.
let's see this then, because if something gets onto his gun here, he's going to leak really hard.
See the gun? No, it
Only
took
the
2 hits from the snail.
Only the snail. Okay, perfect.
Green Devil is dead though. Or,
Yeah, I mean his units are still really bad on 6, right?
yeah, he really has nothing.
I think he's doing quite well. He should kill the brute and then just leak.
Yeah, 50% is still okay.
Yeah, he's fine with that because all
We
of
have
his units
the
are
we
bad
have
on
the
6.
Bam Wolf.
The Bam Wolf going off, yeah. Easy cover, dude.
Easy, easy. And the Cerberus is gonna tank a hit as well on 1 HP.
Perfect.
And the
That's
second summon.
That's some pretty hot Bam Wolf action there in the mid. Nice.
And yeah, he's at 10 workers now, easy. Because he has the Green Devil and the Arcane Tank and the Pierce damage.
That's very respectable here. I think he might even be shifting here as well. Okay, no, he had to gargoyle.
Oh no, he has to build something.
Alright, there is a full send from Kid K into a Dams, but he has got Nightmare Butcher. He should do pretty fine here. Especially with the Dark Mage as well. That Nightmare is just so much damage and self-heal.
Yeah.
How's this 160 going to do into Offler? I think he should just hold, right? Like, he's insane here.
I mean, those lizards, they are scary once they start focusing the Osora. I think he's in trouble. He doesn't have much damage.
Doesn't the Life Finder just give it 1,000,000 hit points though? Oh,
Not
right.
enough.
Ooh. Wow, it's down. And the problem with the Life Finder is as soon as the front row is down, it has no value, right? It's got nothing to heal.
Yeah, and it's magic damage, natural armor, so... What's it gonna be? Yeah, 2 bigs, 3 small and 4 lizards.
74%, that's really nice. And actually...
And the Crusher there is not...
Died.
Yeah.
What is this? Kid K and Drewas just unstoppable here in this Nova Cup.
It's the underdog effect.
Yeah.
They come out of nowhere.
Wow.
But the problem with that strategy is you can only do it once. Trust me, I've been there.
Next month they'll be the favourites.
No, I mean, but people will respect them more.
Yeah, true. I mean, talking about respect, we have got triple brute here from Offmer on wave 8 into Kid K. So what is Kid K's answer?
Well, not doing a treasure hunt.
I think he
And
has the
I mean,
gold for a boar, but that's just so bad on wave 8.
he builds rangers, Daphne's and ranger.
That's good.
And look at his value, almost 1100.
Yeah, he's
He can go up.
value. Yeah,
Yeah, he can go above 1100.
Yeah.
That's and he has the Pegasus and the steed to tank.
That's pretty nice.
I think it's just a hold here.
Yeah,
the brute.
Killing the brute, very quick kill. You see those brutes just absolutely melting to that magic damage.
Yeah.
There?
Oh, the gate guard goes in the wave. That's a bit sad. And the Pegasus is dead.
That's fine.
I guess I overestimated a bit what he could do, but I mean, he's still looking fine. For a 220 on 8, this is...
And 8 is his weak wave as well, right, with the Harbinger.
8 is definitely the weak wave for gate guard. Oh, Drewas though. He can just...
goes for a leak. 42% there against the Fiend, but very low value though, so he pushed quite hard.
Yeah, he's
Or
12
shifted,
workers.
maybe.
And it is just a hold for Kid K.
Well played there, Kid K, very nice.
Working those treasure hunts.
Absolutely did. And we have a counter send here from Drewas on wave 9 into Offmer, so we've got the pack leader out already. He'll get a brute to go with that if he wants. But Offmer can play a bunk, and I think bunk with Life Finder should be able to hold pretty comfortably on 9.
Oh, I don't like the positioning though.
No, I'm not a fan of the positioning either.
Put
Have
it in.
it maybe here or here?
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd put it in front of the Life Binder.
Yeah, because you're just wasting spots on the Leviathan.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter now, but like if this game goes super late, then decisions like that will make a difference.
Yeah. Is Offman just shifting 60 gold here?
By the way, look at those win probabilities. So Jules is really favouring Kid K and Drewas now.
Yeah, but that's only as far until Offma holds here. If he does hold. See, the problem is the Bronk is just full tanking.
Punk is dead now. And the Azora doesn't live for much longer. And now we're going to see again what happened on wave 7. As soon as the front line is dead, the lifeline is just completely dead value.
Adamus does have a head shift though. He has a head shift. He has a bone crusher.
So 78% there from Offma. But at the same time, there were income sends against both Kid K and Drewas, which means they can just push workers.
Yeah, Kid K 2 workers ahead of Offma with the treasure hunts.
Yeah, with double rats underground as well. Really nice there from Kid K.
But I suppose the value of rats has gone down in the mid game because of the worker buff.
Yeah, exactly. So rats are no longer as strong post wave 10 as they used to be, but we're not post wave 10 yet, so he's getting as much value as he can right now.
But we're not post wave 10, but we are at wave 10.
Now Drewas gets his Vulcan cannon here, a couple of consorts to tank. He really needs something to make sure though that boss doesn't go on the Vulcan cannon.
Oh
because if the boss goes on the cannon, he's just screwed. Okay, there's a boss.
There's a boss.
Good, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. You just have to play it safe like that.
Good call there. And we do have Dino resends from Offma and Adams, but they should both be just fine.
Yeah, and a bit of king ups.
Gun does not tank, so he should be an easy hold there.
Oh, we got an interesting choice of Legion spells. There's like the full-on aggression and the loan for defensive stuff, but also the Divine Blessing.
Divine Blessing as a one-off to hold is actually very, very strong. Like if you're expecting a massive send, you can just take the Divine Blessing, accept that you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much more power for that big send, right? 2000 HP and 18% attack speed.
Well, there's no big send here, just a couple of snails. Is he gonna... Is Drewas gonna Divine Blessing his Priestess? No, it's gonna go on the Vulcan.
Oh, when's the send gonna come then? Because we've got 300 Mythium already on Kid K. But he takes loan though. Ah.
Oh, he's expecting a send here.
I mean, he is,
but then
he
goes loan, but then he builds a treasure hunt. And
yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. Meanwhile, Drewas has the Divine Blessing. He puts it on his gun here, so that's going to deal some serious DPS.
Yep. I mean, that is just a classic choice.
Yeah. This thing's going to go absolutely crazy here.
I wish we could toggle into the player's view, see how much damage it deals.
Yeah, yeah. When do you think they're going to send, though, on Kid K and Drewas? Because Kid K has 76 income now after taking loan. So he can't really save for much longer without completely ruining his own game.
But he cannot go 12.
No,
they cannot
like
go 12.
13,
it has to be 13.
14?
Cannot be 14 either. It just has to be 12 or 13. I mean, his income is too low, but there is a haven with the Lifebinder. But then again, there's also the Arc of Justice. They could.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
But he's just so all in at this stage, right?
They really are.
He
really is.
I don't know why they had to go so all in, because they were already ahead.
Yeah.
They could have just kept on.
Probably just lack of experience.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they should have just gone for a 15 cent. I think. Because Adamus, well, I guess he does have the Lord of Death now, but still he doesn't. I don't think Adamus has enough for a big 15 cent.
Both of them are going to have insane value on 13, right? We already see the Arc of Justice on Offma. He's probably going to have the Arc Tear as well for tank with the Lifebinder and the Sea Dragon to keep it alive.
Yeah. We have just seen though that Arc of Justice is not enough alone. 13.
True. Look at this, Kid K just barely holding to no send here on 12 with his 3 rats underground.
Well,
but it looks
let's
like they're
calculate.
Saving. They're skipping again. What are they doing?
Oh wow.
I
And then they're
it's
gonna
lucky.
leak. Well, are they gonna leak to? Yeah, he cannot treasure hunt anymore.
No chance. But I think they're just going to leak to the income sends here from Optima and Adams.
Yeah, probably, and then it's gonna be a double shutdown. It's just gonna be 25 per shutdown, but that's still 100 gold to the opposing team.
And Dreywas is going to lose his Divine Blessing as well.
Oh yeah, that's a real bummer if that happens. But maybe the Divine Blessing will actually just carry. Or I suppose it will carry him, but it might not carry the leaks.
Yeah. Oh, he actually treasure hunted too. Kid K is insane, dude. So he's
And then they go here.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. I mean, yeah,
I mean, Kid K's
probably
gonna
the
send
best
like
wave.
1,000 Mythium, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's see how the.
But he is leaking half the wave as well.
The Vulcan cannon is dead.
Oh, so there goes the Divine Blessing. He does hold, it looks like. Or maybe not even.
No, it's gonna be a very small percent leak.
Oh, that's so close. That's so close. But it's a shutdown. Oh no! 25 gold for this little creep. That doesn't seem fair.
But still, what do we have? We have 4 eyes pack, 4 eyes in full aura, and Kid K has another 250 already.
Yeah. Wow, so Kid K can go double 4 eyes or Centaur if he wants to.
Probably
There's the
go.
Centaur.
He goes with the Centaur.
Now, I'm not a big fan of Centaur, as my regular viewers will know.
Well,
No.
it's gonna go right on all the PoEs.
Yeah, and then it's going to wrap back round and do absolutely nothing to the bunk.
Oh, but it's gonna go on the Arctur.
The Centaur is going into this lane.
Oh, the Centaur's. Oh my god.
So if we have a look at the recommended values, Offma minus
Yeah, then the Centaur is just
300.
useless because it's gonna hit the. It's just gonna hit the double a little bit, which is just gonna regen.
Gonna lifesteal. Exactly.
Lifesteal it. But
The sends are
860 and
and
1000.
1k send here against the Dams. Now their values are crazy, but the sends are crazy as well, so let's just see what happens here.
Oh, but I don't think it's gonna be big enough.
Because they need to one-shot here, and their king is fully upgraded.
Yeah.
If they don't one-shot, they're pretty much losing the game because they just were so low on income for so long.
And Jules is also saying it's 58 to 42.
Yeah. Now they do
And
both
yeah.
leak, but it's
They
just
leak,
not going to
they're
be that
big,
much damage
but-
on the king.
No, I don't think it's. I mean, it's probably what 15-20% king HP remaining.
Yeah, something like this. But then if you just look at the value on Offmer and the Dams, right? They're
Yeah,
already
they
on
can
wave 15 value.
Yeah, they can full push here.
Even more, they're close to 30% king HP remaining.
Yeah.
Well, Jules does now think that Kid K and Dre Wass are in the lead again, but pretty close, only 56% lead. And they do have more workers, but the value is just so much lower on their side.
Yep.
Now, Offmer and Adams, they've both pushed really hard, so they haven't built anything other than workers on wave 15, obviously. Why would
Well,
they?
they didn't need to.
And they're still behind in workers, though, even after full pushing.
Yeah. Maybe just a 16 can finish them off actually.
And the thing is, Adams is very strong on 16 with those lifesteal doppelgangers.
Yeah, if his tank line doesn't get nuked.
Kid K and Dre Wass, they do send. I don't like the pack mole from Kid K though at all. I think if he's sending
not
into
the mole.
lifesteal doppel, he has to send 4 eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I like the pack leader. The damage has to be there, but the mole is just.
It needs to be a
That's it.
4 eyes, but I mean he's gonna leak, right?
He's gonna leak the little one. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
pro
gonna.
leak. It is a pro leak.
There's the 4 eyes. So
Okay.
what do we know?
Well, he got the 4 eyes after all, yeah. PK, he's actually full pushed here. 35 workers. So this is a suicide play.
Well, he's not gonna hold this anyway.
No, he's pretty weak on this wave.
He just has to make sure that the arms breaks.
Yeah. We have double
And then it's
Vulcans
on
on
Drewas.
Drewas. He just needs tanks. He just needs to be able to stall the wave.
Oh. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
He almost upgraded the two alphas next to each
And
other.
debuffed each other. But he can still add a consort as well for extra value.
I like the walk better. He just needs HP.
Sends are massive here. Everybody's
Okay,
undervalued.
Kid K is up to 2-4 eyes here.
Yeah, that's good. 2
But-
4 eyes is really solid here. This is a huge send. 840 against the dams. This is going to be pretty close.
The bunk is only the Haven is only tanking now.
Yeah.
There's one.
One
The
is going down.
yeah, the
Obviously
second.
leaks he suicided.
Oh, Dre was
leaks.
also dead.
Oh, unlucky. They actually both leaked before both of their enemies.
Yeah,
I mean, both sides are dead here. Like, Offmer and the Dams, they do die to those leaks. It's just not going to be fast.
yeah, but Kid K and Dre was just dead.
Yeah,
sooner.
they're going to die first. Man, they played so well, though. Like,
I mean, I'm glad we spectated this game.
yeah. Kid K and Dre was damn near taking this game 1. I think I can see now how they were able to beat King Dans and Bonnie, right? Like, they played very well. You
Yeah.
would not be able to tell that Drewas is diamond rated.
No, definitely not. And I mean, that's the thing. The underdog come in, and people don't respect you,
Yeah.
or they don't fear you.
And it seemed there was a little bit of pinging going on with Kid K, like telling him what to build and where and stuff like this. But, you know, if they can manage that, if they can play together and communicate well on the fly, then fair play to them. And they played at a really high level there, giving
They
the Dams and
definitely did.
Opera a run for their money. This is 2 Grandmaster players, by the way. Offmer
Yeah.
and Dams, both over 2.6k elo. Almost losing in game 1 against the Diamond player.
Just goes to show, appearance isn't everything.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover. Any other like cliches we can throw in there?
I don't know. I mean, in Denmark, we say you shouldn't look at the dog on its hairs, but it's basic.
That's a nice one. Don't look a gift horse in the. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
That doesn't apply to this though.
No, I'm just thinking of other random sayings.
Yeah.
A stitch in time saves 9. All right, we've got a couple of minutes break. It looks like before the second game.
And I better check, see if you had the time to make some nice graphics about me.
I unfortunately did not, so you are
Oh.
still Saiyajin according to my picture. Which
Oh,
is a shame, really, but there's just no way that I could have changed the graphics midway through the cast. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately.
yeah.
And to be fair, Saiyajin's picture is pretty cool, so you can be happy with that.
Oh yeah.
It also says that you're the winner of Masters Cup 8 and the LIHL Grand Masters, which, I mean, you've got to be happy with results like that.
I mean, all of a sudden I get promoted from LIHL finalist
It's a winner, yeah.
to winner, yeah.
So when are we going to see you and Shuvis back on the grand final stage?
I don't know, man. We haven't been doing much. I mean, it's not like we played together before that LIHL.
Yeah.
That was yeah, we kind of just showed up. We didn't even play on voice chat together or anything. We just did our
Just
thing.
Pings and chat.
Yeah, pings and chat.
Fair play.
You was telling me to do stuff.
And that was actually one of the most intense LAHL finals that I can remember as well. You guys against
Yeah.
the Banana Boys. Best of 5, went the distance, all 5 matches were close. That was a really nice series.
And I think like 2 of the games we lost came down to me not being able to play Priestess.
Yeah. Have you learnt it since?
Yeah, a bit, but not really.
Ah,
I
that's
think
what it is.
my Priestess game is better. I mean, you gotta learn from stuff like the finals.
Yeah, sometimes you have to learn the hard way, right?
Yeah.
Alright, it looks like the players are just about ready. So we should be able to hop into this game, although Kid K and Drewas haven't said ready yet, so maybe they're still away.
Yeah. Gotta make sure the players are ready.
Okay, now they're back. So what do you think about game number 2 then? Because Kid K and Drewas were so close to winning game number 1. They don't
mean,
need
they can
to
just
do anything differently, right? They can just play this one exactly the same way. And
Yeah.
one small decision either way is going to give them a win.
Who was it that went for the cartel? Was it
Kid K was on Cartel.
Kid K? Yeah.
I really like the Cartel though. I think that's a good shout.
I think maybe like a combination of one player picks cartel, the other plays Fiesta.
Oh, I like
Could-
that. But here we are.
Offma is just on cash out straight away,
Offner's a cash out.
and he has the crusher.
Oh, that's really solid actually. And Fiesta, there it is. Kid K, let's go.
Oh wow, but no, still only agreed.
It doesn't matter as long as everybody picks a mastermind option.
Yeah.
I'm just whispering to tell them it doesn't matter. All right.
Well, Offma has already written it.
So I'm pretty hyped to see how Kid K plays Fiesta now. I haven't actually played the new Fiesta myself. I have played with it, and it seems pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, if you can play Fiesta and start with like a consort, you're just that's still golden.
Yeah, absolutely. Consort or Wind Talk or something like that. It's just lovely.
Yeah.
But with the Atom and Proton start as well, I think that's a pretty good Fiesta leak. I think it's like a 2 or 3 creep leak on one.
Yeah.
So
But Kid K with the gun on Fiesta, I don't like that.
I mean,
But
he's
again,
not
no info is
trying
given
to
away.
leak, right? Yeah.
And Kid K with the snail. Oh,
And
and Adamus on the
yes.
Wilds room.
Oh, and he went 5 workers as well. Oh,
And the 5 workers. And
in
he didn't hold his Mythium.
Oh, unlucky.
I always like to, if I go with a Wildstrom start, I like to hold my Mythium, because then if I leak, I can go with the DT.
Oh, nice.
And if I just have to send the snail on 2, it's not the end of the world.
And
We're
the
gonna see a bit of
DT
King
on 2
here though.
DT on 2 would have been crushing against Drewas as well, because the only thing he can add here is a Steed,
No,
and that leaks
he
really
can add
hard
he can add a
against
Fire
the DT.
Archer.
Ah, true. But even so, I think the Fire Archer leaks pretty bad against the DT as well.
Yeah, but it's better than Steed. I think if you put the Fire Archer in the split half square up, it's gonna take the turtle and 3 creeps.
That's quite a nice split. Yeah, I can see that. Kid K with the snail resend. Adams has an Atom here. I don't know.
That's
The Atom is tanking quite nicely actually, so I think he should do pretty well.
yeah. This is a
It's like the perfect split focus there from Adams. Very
that's
nice
a
build
top
there.
tier split.
Yeah. So that should just be a hold from him actually. Kid K's on 6 workers though.
So is Adamus. But yeah, Kid K is doing the Fiesta thing.
He's just playing very aggressively, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he knows he's going to leak on 3, he doesn't really care.
Oh, but he goes with another snail here.
Oh,
Unless he needs the gold for something. I don't like
Drewas
it.
actually leaks to a snail? I didn't know that build leaks to a snail.
Maybe unlucky.
Maybe.
Maybe not. That's why I prefer the... I mean, I just love Fire Archer on 2.
Yeah.
Fire Archer on 2 is just so strong.
Alright, so there should be 3 snails here into Kid K, which is definitely going to be a leak. The only thing he can add is an Aqua, which is just not going to cut it. Don't even know if that's going to split tank. That's going to be a bit funny to see what happens there.
If it's there, no, I think it's just it looks like it's full tanking. Oh,
It does tank the left-hand side.
I mean, it is tanking perfectly.
It is tanking perfectly. It's still not going to be enough, but of course he's on Fiesta, so he doesn't really mind. 68% though, maybe a bit more than he would have
I think he
liked.
still minds.
Yeah. And Drewas, he should be able to hold here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily, actually. He should be able to hold and cut.
I think he's gonna leak a little bit to the king, but
Yeah, he's going to get another summon out now to be able to help in the mid.
still 13 creeps. Oh, and the dog is just dead. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Does he get another summon? I guess not. He's going to die too
No.
quickly. So quite a few going to king then. 8 creeps reach the king.
I just looked at the win percentage and it went from like 41 59 to 51 49.
It is interesting to watch that win percent change through the game.
Yeah. It's just I mean at a certain point of course you get to the 60-40 or even bigger discrepancy, but like it's still gonna be it's just so uncertain throughout most of it that it doesn't really matter.
I think it's a really nice visual for people, like the spectators, to follow along, right? Especially if you're maybe a bit newer to the game.
Yeah,
if
probably.
You're kind of struggling to follow the pace and the tempo of the game. If you can just look at that win percentage, it's going to give you a good idea of who's winning and who's losing.
Oh, we see a
50%
league
there
and
from
Drewas here.
a bit more than he would have liked to the 60 send. And Othmar actually has 100 Mythium stored up, which is going out here. Only income though. Drewas full sends into Othmar, but he's going to have just fine, right? He's going to harden his Mugman, he's just got an easy hold there.
Yeah. Yeah, Offma is just set here. It's a bit sad actually when I look at Drewas' role that he went for the Gateguard Steed. He could have gone for Crusher and Dragon.
True, yeah.
That's such a strong combo, in my opinion.
Well, this is going to be a pretty bad leak actually on Kid K. He just doesn't have the right units. Like he's playing gun, but he hasn't got any melee units to keep it alive.
Yeah.
So he's going to leak decently. He gets one more. 53% there again.
It is 53, but like 20 or 30% of those are
the cannon.
Is the cannon. So it's not that detrimental for him.
There's a 64% leak on Othmar, so Drewas' Brute Send did work out there against the Nightmare.
Yeah. That's actually impressive.
And they're going to get king damage. It's only chip damage, obviously, but still.
I mean, chip damage. Yeah.
Now, Drewas does save his Mythium this time around, so does Othmar. I think a Dam's good.
Yeah, Dam's with a Fiend here.
Decent send, but he's not getting a decent send. Oh, the Fiend might be pretty dangerous against Drewas actually, because he can't afford that Harbinger.
Oh, 5 steeds.
5 steeds is pretty terrible. This might be where we start to see Drewas' kind of lack of tournament experience coming in a little bit.
Yeah, Kid K is struggling with this game. But then again, look at there's a. Oh, now the dog died, but the dog was on 1 HP for a little while and just summoning more. And just summoning more.
Out, but 5 steeds is just so much dead value. And look at this. As soon as they start focusing different Roccos like this, he's just doomed.
Yeah, that's really.
Just absolutely doomed as soon as that happens, and it's always going to happen when you have like 10 different units on the field.
Yeah. I mean, he has the damage to have killed another Rocco, and if that had happened, he would have held. if the focus had been right.
Yeah, that's a little bit unlucky there for Drewas. Maybe he should have just resent and made sure he got his Harbinger out.
Yeah.
Because then there's no way he leaks. Oh wow.
And now again well, he gets an elite archer, which is good on 7, but it's not good I mean, it doesn't carry on its own. Still only 145 value.
Yeah.
But the steeds are good tanks here.
He's going to be fine here. There's no send either. And if he wants to get that upgraded for 8, then it's very, very strong there. The real problem is that Offmer just built this here for wave 7, and he's receiving 3 brutes. So he should just easily hold, I think.
And we have Protector as well.
Yeah.
Coming in later.
Now there is a send. It's only incoming to a Dams who's on 800 value, so he should be just fine. So I really want to see whether this Avenger pops off or not.
No, it's not gonna pop off because the Golem is dead, or the Mudman is dead. And now
Doing pretty well though. It lived a very long time.
Oh yeah, it actually did.
So off,
I guess
he's leaking, but it's only very small. 37%. He's completely fine with the 37% after getting a 180 send, right?
Yeah, that's nothing.
And now the workers are just snowballing for Offmer and Adams. We've got an 11 and 13 versus 8 and 10. And Offmer sends the Ogre here on 8. Oh no, Kid K, you're in trouble here, my friend.
Oh yeah. Those kitty cats are dead.
They are absolutely screwed. He doesn't even really have anything in his role to help him out as well. He's just going to stack the cats, which, okay, it's good against the wave creeps, but it's bad against the ogre.
Yeah, and the Pilgrim is also pretty bad on 8, because the waves like to focus fire here.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm predicting a pretty big leak here from Kid K. He has a lot of value, but it's just not going to be enough. Not even close.
No.
I think if he kills the ogre, he's happy.
Well.
He's not going to kill the ogre, so I guess
he's not even going to kill.
Happy.
He killed the brood and he killed the brood and 1 cobra.
That's a 113% leak there for Kid K while
but
having 900 value.
Drewas is there to cover.
Yeah, the Trinity Archer coming in pretty clutch.
The Trinity
there.
on full HP.
He might be able to kill the ogre now. Going to come down to a bit of focus. And Adams has 18 workers meanwhile. Okay, ogre is
the
dead.
ogre's dead, so everything is dead.
Drewas, nice bit of cover there.
Trinity Archer just has so much damage.
It's so good on wave 8, yeah. But do you know when it's not good?
Yeah, wave 9.
Wave 9, and he has 186 gold, which is not enough to make a Harbinger.
Oh.
He needed to send a snail here.
He didn't. He couldn't. He was. He doesn't. Oh, he could. I was looking at the wrong thing.
He has 100 Mythium. He needed to.
Damn. He needs to check at his estimated gold.
Yeah. So I don't care if they're saving or what, but he absolutely.
Oh, and now he's building two walks next to each other.
Yeah, he's gonna leak pretty bad.
Yeah, 220 here. Not good. I mean, the Harbinger with all those steeds would just carry hard here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And this Dark Mage is giving quite a lot of value with all the steed mana. So it is permanently buffing the Trinity Archer, but again, it's Trinity Archer which is very weak on Knight. Having said that, he's holding remarkably well.
Yeah, but Kid K is not.
Kid K actually leaks worse, which is surprising.
But Kid K is also gun, so actually not that. Kid K has gun and Kid K has Aquas.
Kitties.
And Kitties, yeah, so he's actually even worse.
And now Jules is pretty heavily favouring Offmer and Adams, and I have to say I agree with him. I think his assessment is pretty much spot on here. Well, it's just dropped down to 56-44. I think it's way more in favour of Offmer and Adams, actually.
I think what's happening is that Kid K gets his Fiesta gold.
Ah, true. So that's kind of helping him out a little bit. But he's going to leak here on wave 10 100%. There's no way he's holding here.
No.
Even though it's only a direct send. He's just not holding.
Oh, they're not sending. Well, I suppose there's no way that...
I guess they go for 11 send? Maybe even 12.
That,
This Trinity Archer with permanent Dark Mage buff is going to do a lot of damage against the boss.
yeah. Oh no, the Trinity Archer is dead.
Oh no, he messed up his split. Oh no. And Kid K leaks 51%.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a nightmare. There was no way Dreywas was supposed to leak here. He
No,
just
not
needed
with
a Bone
the.
Warrior on the right hand side, so the boss moves away from the Trinity Archer and he's in the easiest hold of his life.
Yep, we see the lack of experience coming into play, and here they go with the Send.
I mean, the sends are pretty big, but Offmer and Adams have just got so much gold from all of the
I mean,
leaks
look
and
at
all of the
Offmer.
income sends and a pawn shop on top.
Oh, Offma just straight off sells his
That was his
Avenger.
Avenger, yeah, and now he can harden if he wants to.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to risk the 12.
He doesn't even really need to because
And
he's
he doesn't
pretty
need
much
to,
on
no.
value. And
1900 value.
Adams is on insane value there, over 2k.
Yeah, and Offma also has the Dark Mage for the double. So he has, even though it's Pierce against natural, still so much damage.
All of these snails are just going to disintegrate as well versus the Boar Smash.
Yeah. Yeah, snails are, I mean,
Yeah, he kind of pulls it away with the split there. It does waste a bit of boar damage, but I mean, Adams just has so much value, I just don't see him leaking here.
you just need 2 snails.
And say, Offers Doppel is getting sniped though.
Oh.
He's got his DPS Mudmen there, so he will leak on Offers.
He leaks, yeah.
But Adams is the one who's on shutdown. Actually, he is leaking as well. Huh.
Oh wow, and 2 4 eyes.
Big old shutdown there on Adams. Okay.
Well, if
I don't
there
know
ever
if
was
it's
a
enough
way
to
to
get
come
them
back in the
into a
game.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like you say, this is step 1. It's a lot of damage.
Now, when do they send for the... I mean, 14 could work for them.
Yeah.
There's no lifesteal on the double.
Well, Offma still has Sovereign in his role, though, so he can just make a full Sovereign at some point, which is insane
Yeah.
on 14. But again, the same problem, right? Like, Doppel and Sovereign, both of them are just different units when you have lifesteal on them, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So they're kind of a lot weaker than they would be otherwise.
Offma just... No, he just sold stuff for this wave. He didn't even build anything. He has less
sold-
value now.
He sold for workers.
Yeah.
They're going for a kill on 13. So Adams has crazy workers anyway. 28 workers, and Offma was just pawn shopping things to push harder.
Yeah.
They're going to have
And
a massive
it's gonna
tempo
work.
on
It's gonna
13.
work for them.
I think so. Kid K and Dreywas, they're actually saving, and it might be a save for next game.
Yeah, the lioness, even though it has two
Oh.
two buffs.
That helps though.
Oh,
That does help. Kid K with the slick shift there on 12 does get a full Sovereign out. But even so, I mean, the Sovereign's going to full tank, right? I think maybe he should just put it behind the cats.
yeah, he did. Well, it's in between them. I think that still works.
Ah, they're actually
Yes.
tanking. Huh.
But yeah,
It's still going to be a leak, right?
it's not enough.
It doesn't have enough damage, and it's a 440 zone. That's unlucky, because that was quite a nice play, actually, from Kid K.
Yeah,
And meanwhile,
it
in
needed-
Dreywas' lane, that's just a full leak. 83% there. I guess these guys are just dead.
yep. But I mean, they didn't just let Adamus and Offma get to this sleeping.
No, they made them sweat again. Game number 2. In fact, do they survive?
No, do they? No, no.
Wow, very close though.
Yeah.
Well,
If they'd fully upped their attack of the king.
oh, then they would survive for sure, because they didn't have any
Yeah.
upgrades, right?
They had. I think they had 4 or 5 king ups.
Yeah, so they could have just spent like 40 or 60 Mythium each, had a fully upgraded attack,
Yeah.
and been able to survive.
Yeah, there
easily.
were 4 king ups on the 4 king attacks in one region.
Yeah. I mean, well played to Offmer and Adams. Clearly deserving to go through to the next stage.
Yeah, definitely. And
I have
mean,
to give a shout out to Kid K and Drewas here because they came in expecting to be knocked out in the first round, and they not only beat King Dans and Bonnie, but they gave Offmer and Adams a pretty good run for their money here in the second round as well. So fair play to those guys.
yeah, that was a really good showing. I mean, they have nothing to be ashamed of. Kid K and Dre was.
100% pop. Like they've come up against some of the best players the game has to offer, and they've
Yeah.
really made them sweat. Like they played really, really well. Kid K and Drewas, I'm looking forward to seeing them in future tournaments. So, do we have anybody else in game? Because those were fairly fast games, so there has to be another round 2 game ongoing, right? Do you see anybody in game?
No, but I'm not as widespread in the community, I think. And also, I don't think I cannot spectate, so you'd have to share a screen or something.
I think SSP and Aviator are about to get into their next game. Yeah, they're in loading screen now.
Loading screen.
Okay, perfect. So that's going to be SSP and Aviator versus FDQ and Slickins. So that's probably quite a good one to hop
That's
into.
gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Alternatively, because I think Burnt is casting that one on his German venting stream, which is probably a good one to watch as well. We might be able to watch Drakir and Lucy in their match.
Oh, Sliggins and Drakir are not playing together this time.
No, this time it's Drakir and Lucy. Let me just whisper Drakir. If they're done, then we'll just hop into SSP's game. Okay, they're done. So let's just spectate SSP then. Do you have spectator rights? You do, right?
Nope.
Ah, well, I probably need to give you spectator rights then. Hold on, you're really testing my multitasking now. Imagine having to do 2 things at once. Absolutely
Oh my god.
insane.
I thought you were a dad. Can't you do like 3 things in one?
No, I can barely do 1.
Oh yeah, of course. I've seen you play Legion.
Right, I'll switch over to the game so that the viewers aren't just watching me making a concentrated face as I desperately try to do more than 1 thing at once. Right. I'm loading up. I'll get you sorted in a minute, mate.
Alright. I mean, you could turn on screen sharing in Discord.
Yeah, but there's delay there, and I'm not sure that my PC can handle all of the various streaming things at once.
Alright.
This will be done now anyway. I've already pressed the button. It just needs to do its thing.
I'll try to reopen the game, maybe.
I can make you relog. Alright, so it should make you reconnect to lobby now, and then you'll be able to spectate.
Alright.
Okay. So to spectate, you just need to go into global chat, type /spectate SSP, and you'll be able to hop into the match. Alright guys, so here we are. It is a 1-0 advantage in favour of SSP and Aviator, and this is game number 2. Jules has a slight preference for Slickins and FDQ, probably because Slickins is on Cartel and FDQ is on Cash Out, so they do just have a bit more gold to play with on these early waves. But let's see if Aviator and SSP can stop that from happening.
Aviator on the Nightmare and the Sea Dragon.
Yeah.
That's a strong one.
I mean, it's okay against a snail and a king up, but it's impossible to hold a 60 send. So if there was
true.
if there's a 60 there, he's leaking pretty hard. It's something like 60% leak. It's not as good as a Nightmare and an Oathbreaker.
No.
This new skin is lovely, by the way, on the Fiery Oathbreaker there in SSP's lane. That's a really nice one.
SSP with the weird split. I mean, the Oathbreaker didn't tank at all on wave 3. Oathbreakers in the split are so strong early though.
Got income resends. Aviator doesn't get a second turtle, which is a shame because I think that would ruin FTQ.
This is a pretty split on FTQ though.
Yeah, all of his steeds dying really quickly. Well, he's leaking pretty bad to a single DT there, 42%. And oh, SSP, 58% there.
SSP split is not right.
No, his Oathbreaker's just not pulling anything until it tanks the full wave at the end.
Yeah, it had to be 1.5 square up, I think.
Yeah.
If it's 1.5 square up, it tanks like 4 or 5 creeps and deals a lot of damage. It still dies before killing them, but it's much better than dying in the end.
Yeah. And the win chance is actually starting to shift in favor of Slickins and FTQ.
Yeah, but Aviator is a late game beast, right?
I mean, Aviator's just an absolute beast in general. He's insane at this game.
Yeah. What does he get here?
Got 169.
He rerolls, but he's gonna go with the Pilgrim. Yeah. He gets 100 though.
Yeah, but I think with a
Pilgrim the Pilgrim is gonna die. The Pilgrim's gonna die.
It is. Getting so much. Oh, it didn't cast though. This is actually going to be quite a pick leak now. Do you know what was lucky though? He the Boz Death Rattle hit the brute, and that meant that he could snipe the brute out.
But look at the Oathbreaker.
Well, now the Oathbreaker's doing what it needs to do.
It's a carry breaker.
Carry breaker. 50% leak on Aviator, but honestly, he's fine with that. Workers now even with 9 and 8 versus 9 and 8.
Yeah, nothing goes to King, and SSP and Aviator are a bit ahead in mid. Slickin's going for the resend Brood here.
Interesting. And FTQ as well, actually. So if SSP and Aviator go for a shift here, which I think they might... No, Aviator's full building. He adds another Sea Dragon. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if he's full building, he adds another buzz.
SSP is full building as well.
Oh, he adds the Oathbreaker up here.
Well, at least now he's going to have an even split.
Yeah. But you want to put, like, Oathbreakers. The best way to put them, in my experience, is to put them a normal split height, of course. But the first one against the wall, and the second one 2 squares out and a half square down.
So they can split tank a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That way they can just.
Look at this. Aviator's getting crushed here. It's the classic Sea Dragon problem, where as soon as your front line dies, the Sea Dragon's just useless. And these resend brutes, wow, they're getting.
And when you look at Aviator, like, Sea Dragons are horrible when the front line dies, and you look at Aviator and you just think, what front line?
Yeah, exactly. His front line is basically a nightmare.
Yeah. Which... How much HP is that for gold? 6? Oh, 0.6?
It's probably one of the most glass cannon units in the game, right?
I mean, yeah.
But the counterpoint to that is that they both get mimics in income here on wave 7.
Oh.
And this is dangerous now for Slickins and FTQ.
Oh, they've got... Oh. They got nothing here, really. Well, I do... The Oathbreakers for Slickins, of course. Will tank a little bit, but they're also gonna be soaking up all the magic damage.
Mimic is so much damage. And it's so hard for him to kill as well. I think the worst case scenario is when you focus the Mimic halfway through.
Yeah.
So let's see, this is going to be pretty important now, whether or not they focus mimics. And this
There's the mimic focus for
you. Is just absolutely perfect. It's just good against all of his units.
Yeah, the mimic dies.
Okay, so
First.
Slickins is actually just going to hold, right?
Yeah.
Now FDQ's focusing his and leaving it on low HP, but he at least killed most of the wave first. Aviator, meanwhile, leaks 51% to a brute. And sure, SSP holds, but this is pretty clutch. A nice hold there from Slickins, making a difference here.
Yeah, an Aviator actually falling behind in the score.
Yeah.
That is not something you see every day.
Now, it might change post-11, obviously, because Slickins is on Cartel.
Yeah, that's true.
But
It is Cartel cash out.
Of a lead, if he can generate enough of a lead in the early game with Cartel, then it really doesn't matter. I'm not sure that 2 workers is enough of a lead, though. I'd like to see him have like a...
But now it's 4 workers.
Oh, now a 4-worker lead. Now that might be enough. That's a different
Now we're
story.
talking.
Yeah, that's a 40% lead.
And, I mean, we can see what Jules is saying.
Yeah, Jules is absolutely loving Slickins right now.
Slickins is also on fire.
Wow.
And, I mean, he's looking pretty strong into 8 and 9. 10, I don't know. But
I mean,
it's also...
he might just have a doppelganger, right?
Yeah, that's true. Slickins with the...
stuff is just all dying so quickly, and again... E-Dragon's just not providing him that much value because he hasn't got a tank line.
Yeah.
And he's leaking really big. 58% there.
I wonder what the score is. Is this gonna be the 3rd game?
This is game 2, so
it's game 2.
have a 1-0 advantage so far.
Alright.
But from the way this game is going so far, it looks like we might be about to see a tied series.
I mean, you can never count Aviator out, right?
No, like Aviator is just such a machine, and SSP is a very solid player in his own right as well.
Yeah. See, I don't like the Oathbreaker here.
No, because none of them are going to split tank, right?
Yeah,
They're just going to
be
die
out.
one after the other.
Yeah.
Alright, SSP is putting some pressure on top of Slickins now. He has 200 Mythium stored, and he probably will just go for an 11 send, I would say, with all-out assault.
I mean, he has to. Now that he's the double, there's no way he goes 10.
Yeah, he just can't, right?
But there's Vampire. For
there is
the,
Vampire, but he hasn't really got good answers on Slickins. He doesn't have a bunk or an LOD or something like this. The best he can do is boost a couple of Orchids, which is fine, but the problem with that is it's not protecting his doppelganger then.
No.
Alright, so Slickins and FDQ send here on 10. And SSP might just be so starved that he's not going to be able to hold here, because this is a pretty big send from FDQ. And SSP does not get that doppelganger of his own.
And the Fiends, or the Imps, I mean, are coming out to
Yeah.
just murder his front line.
And FDQ, I think he's going to get a 3rd set of Imps as well. This is a 320 send against SSP. He's actually
wow.
going to leak pretty damn
I mean,
hard.
FGQ is also at 18 workers.
Yeah, that's nice, actually, from FDQ. Okay,
At least he
these
gets
Imps are just
to...
going to get snacked on by the DPS.
Yeah.
But again, that's just keeping the DPS off the boss as well. It's not that bad.
Oh, they are natural armor.
Yeah. And Aviator, how are you doing? Better, but I don't think he holds either.
No.
Oh, FDQ does give a shutdown there, 25 gold, but this is a pretty big leak on the side of SSP and Aviator.
Yeah, they're going down to 35% HP.
Yeah.
Even lower.
But now I expect to see an all-out assault play.
Yeah, but
They skip.
no. Yeah, they're gonna go for the 12.
They're going to go 12, wow. Okay, well FDQ
wow.
has his Haven already.
Yeah.
Slickins
And
is
he's-
boosting an Orchid as expected. I mean,
Oh.
it's 15 gold wasted, but it's only 15 gold wasted. It's not that bad.
No. FTQ goes for the overwork.
Wow. overwork on FTQ plus new workers. He's getting 30 Mythium every second. He's getting more Mythium than Aviator and SSP combined, dude.
Every 10 seconds, right?
He's on 31. They're on, what is that? 16, 27 combined? He's actually getting more than double.
Wow.
FTQ, carry machine.
But then again, he's gonna suffer hard when the 12 cent come in.
Yeah.
If it does. Well, FTQ is sending here.
I think if SSP and Aviator don't send on 12, then they just die.
Yeah,
they
to be
have
honest,
to
I
send
think
on
they
12.
just die anyway.
Let's see, Slickin send, he has 200.
Aviator, not even with the 4-eye.
Yeah.
I don't like. I think 4-eyes has to go down here against that Haven. And Ogre is not gonna cut it.
What is FTQ building here? He's got 440. Once. I don't love that.
I mean, it is a fortified tank.
It is.
And I'm glad to see he sells his Electrons, because,
They're just stealing mana, right?
yeah.
Alright, the sends are huge.
Oh, but did he just... He just built 2 new Electrons behind the...
Did, yeah. They're gonna die pretty quick.
Yeah, but, I mean, they just steal the initial mana, right?
They do.
And then the steed goes to no mana.
So I think everyone is leaking here. Is it just gonna come down to a race? Well, SSP is leaking
Let's see
pretty quick.
No, look at the
Oh.
Slickens.
Slickens is holding! Slickens! Or at least leaking
Oh,
very
he's
slowly.
leaking the 4-eye.
Oh, but Aviator actually is holding.
Oh.
But they don't die to this, it's not even close. And meanwhile, I
No.
think SSP and
Yeah,
Aviator,
Aviator and they're dead.
are dead. Slickens and FTQ, they take this game number 2. Well, we've got a game number 3 on our hands, dude.
And what a game it's gonna be.
Wow, I think
wow,
we,
the
we
king.
jumped into the right game, dude. This was an exciting
Yeah.
one to watch. Wow. Let's just have a quick flick through some of the waves there. So if we look at the graph, FTQ and Slickins were always in the lead. Obviously, that's partly down to Cash Out and Cartel. But
Yeah,
you
but
could-
if you look at the builds, Aviator 50% on 5, 63 on 6, 51 on 7, and 58 on 8.
yeah, he was just leaking way too much back to back. And Slickins with the early game worker push, just never let off the pressure. He just kept on sending big, kept on leaking Aviator, and then when it came down to it on wave 12, he damn near held the 580 send as well. So fair play.
And
Slickins.
Slicken's coming in with the wave 7 hold against the Mimic.
And really nice aggressive play from FTQ as well, by the way. Like those 18 workers he pushed on wave 10, so that he could send 300 into SSP.
Yeah.
And then a massive, massive resend on 12. Those guys played this game really well.
Yeah, they really knew what they had to go for.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that play actually. FTQ and Slickins, we did watch one of their games earlier on the stream, and they played well, but this time around they just seemed a lot more in control, so they're kind of improving even during the tournament itself, which is nice to watch. Alright, the next lobby is open. Oh, you're in it already?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Holy wow. I'm just looking at the levels. Slicken started playing like so recently, right?
He is just insane. Like, if you look
Yeah,
at
I mean, I've seen his
Slickin's
stream.
games
He is
played,
insane.
He's insane. He's hilarious. I love watching his stream. But he's played, what is it, like 2,000 games, 2,400 games this season?
Jesus.
I think I've played about 400. He's played 2,000 more than me. All right, guys in Twitch chat, ladies and gents, we have game number 3 on our hands. This will be the last game on the stream tonight, but I think we've got a pretty good one to watch. If that second game was anything to go by, these teams seem fairly evenly matched.
Welcome
We have the special guest caster Sculptrold with us as well. Sculptrold, thank you again for joining me. It's been very fun.
Been a pleasure.
And game number 3, we see Slickins again with the cartel.
Yeah, and 3 other greets. And
Yeah.
the openings, are they the same as last game? Are we watching oh. But
Yeah, that one.
very
No.
similar. Aviator and
Oh, I think that's bugged. I think that is showing the opening from last game.
yeah.
Oh well, we've got some cross-stream chat there. The casters can actually chat to each other. Nice. So we have
That is hilarious.
flower. Yes, it is. We have Crusher from FTQ, so they're safe against Snailtons.
I love this Crusher.
Yeah.
And especially Crusher Wild's Room.
But I think you're right, though. Like, this would have been really nice for them to skip their King Ops on 1. And then if Slickins did leak here, they would both have like 40 or maybe even 60 to send on 2.
Yeah.
Because the Crusher's just such a long wave.
Oh yeah, with the Crusher as the holder. That could actually be... Yeah,
Pretty
the 60.
juicy, right? Okay, so SSP does save. Now he's regretting that because he's sending into a shroom.
No, but he still has the... He can still do the 40 on 2.
Yeah, but
with no
Slickins
income.
is going to be fine, right? Like, he just places a Leviathan and he's going to be fine. Or even a Fire Archer, or pretty much anything he wants to do, he should be able to hold.
I really like the Fire Archer.
Yeah, a Fire Archer is just so nice in the early game.
Yeah, SSP with the no send so far.
Ah, there's a problem with Aviator's reroll button apparently. Alright, apologies for that, Twitch chat. It looks like we're going to have a remake here. There's a bug on Aviator's lane. Yeah. Okay, so Aviator's left the game.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a bit of a shame. That one was starting off pretty juicy. I kind of think that FDQ and Slickins already had an early game advantage in that game just because they both had 5 workers while SSP and Aviator were on 4. SSP was saving but probably wouldn't have been able to leak Slickins when he decided to send. A little bit unlucky there for Team Fox and Coffee. What a great team name, by the way.
Slickins want to spectate.
Yeah, he's chilling. He wants me to play instead, I think. Although their chances are much, much better. Oh, maybe with me and you, the dream team.
Yeah.
Absolute dream team, dude.
The
Oh,
caster
Burns is
special.
saying that Shadow had that in his game as well.
Strange. Yeah, I really like the opening for FTQ and Slickins there.
Yeah,
Solid.
I think they had a nice aggressive start there with the Crusher and the 5-worker Shroom.
Yeah.
SSP was already losing out on value because he didn't do that King Up on 1 and didn't really have a good wave to leak Slickins on other than maybe 4. But saving straight away 4 just hurts so much. And then if Slickins has like 2 or 3 Fire Archers, it just holds easily. SSP is already out of the game, so it's like you don't really want to go all in already on wave 1, right?
No, definitely not.
So
It's one of the things I've had to realize as well, that you just have to get the economy rolling in the early game.
Yeah, like sometimes you just have to play for your own lane as well, right? Like it's great to bully your opponents, but sometimes if you need to send that 40 to get the next unit, then you need to send that 40 to get to the next unit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just being too nostalgic about the glory days. I think at the start of the last season, where the Brute was buffed.
Oh yeah. And it was all about Getting the brutes out.
Yeah. I was 83% breaker,
Oh, nice.
but
That's
yeah,
that's a pretty juicy breaker score.
that is. It used to be. Well, 83 is always juicy,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
used to. I used to be able to get it. Now I'm
Oh,
just
you
washed up.
just washed up, dude. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know what being washed up feels like.
No, because that means you had to be good at some point.
Yeah, true. I would have had to be good in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the rolls are certainly not as aggressive this time around for FTQ and Slickins. Like Slickins can
No.
still do a gate guard and 5 workers, which is fine.
Or we could see, or he could do a pyro to be safe, and then FTQ could go for the egg. Yeah, we see in the egg.
True.
He does have the polywalks.
But egg with cash out though, that just seems like such a waste of cash out.
Oh yeah, I guess. But then again, it's a very safe egg. Oh, maybe it's not egg. He goes 3 workers.
Can he get
But
egg with
but then
3 workers with cash out? Can cash out allow you to do that? No, right?
yes. He goes to he gets 72 gold more, right? No,
Yes.
78 actually. That's 100
So he has 77 now. He'll
yeah.
have 83. He'll have 155. Yeah, he has enough, but he won't be able to add anything. And
Oh, and he
guess what?
doesn't get it.
SSP didn't send.
Oh,
That's a dead egg, dude.
yeah. If he doesn't get the yeah, 2 polywalks holds the DT.
Yeah.
It used to do.
It's
I
2
don't know if-
polywalks does hold a DT, but he's not going to get them.
No.
He was too greedy with the 3 workers. He could have at least waited to see if there was a send, right?
Yeah, that would have meant he would have had 1 less Mythium over the course of the game for that.
Yeah. Well, not
Oh,
even
but-
one less.
But SSP goes with a snail. And
Well, he's going to do it. He's just going to risk it, I think.
FTQ calls SSP's bluff.
Don't know if an egg leaks to 2 snails, though. I know it holds
No.
1.
But SSP is not going for the second snail.
Well, not yet. There
Oh,
it is.
there it is.
Okay. I'm interested now. I don't know if egg holds this.
Well,
I guess we're about
This
to
is
find
either-
out.
it's either game or it's game.
Yeah, one way or the other. FTQ with the 3rd worker there. I mean, it's just holding easily. It's not
Yeah,
even close.
the snails are just too weak.
Wow. FTQ. Big brain, big balls.
Oh my god, imagine if SSP doesn't greet the 6 gold. And he
Yeah.
just sends the DT.
Then the game is just won.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, like if FTQ doesn't greet the 2nd worker and just builds the polywogs, then, you know?
Yeah.
What is it? Qu'est-ce que tu fais, SSP? And more snails as well from SSP here. But FTQ did stay 3 workers. He didn't full suicide push. He gets the Seraphim, so that's an easy hold on his egg. Slickins, though, he did go 6 workers and he receives a 60 here. Is he going to be able to hold? I think even if he doesn't, FTQ Seraphim should be just completely fine. Yeah, looks like a small leak here from Slickins.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Completely fine.
The Seraphim will just tank and
Yeah. The
not
Seraphim's got
give it-
this easily. Workers, though. 7 workers on SSP and Aviator.
yeah, but I mean, give the egg a couple of ways to catch up. Does FTQ doesn't have anything for 7 or 8 though. I mean, that is all.
Doesn't yet. He's got Disciple, I suppose, which is not
He's got
terrible.
Disciple, yeah. It's not terrible. It's not a carry either. I mean, that's always like I rarely go egg in the first place, but if I'm going egg, I look for something to cover 7 and 8.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know that's your first big weakness, right?
Yeah.
Right, more income here for X-God. for FDQ and Aviator. Sorry, I've got X-Gol on the brain apparently.
Slickens with the greedy. And no punish.
Yeah, pretty juicy there. Because his cat
I
only
mean,
has 3 stacks. Like, he would have
yeah,
leaked really hard.
look,
but
a
he's
snail.
just shifting. He's just full shifting.
Could you imagine what just a snail would have done to him?
He would have absolutely ruined him, yeah. He would have leaked everything. Meanwhile, Aviator does leak 33% here versus the 2 snails.
But SSP and Aviator are ahead in workers.
They are for now, but FTQ's catching up.
And there's the bunk. But, well, yeah, there's no big 6 cent coming in, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was a really nice shift actually from Slickens. Very, very risky, obviously, but it paid off for him here. So he gets the bunk, and this is going to be an easy hold now against the 120 cent from Aviator.
Yeah.
Because Slickens would have been screwed here without that bunk, right? He doesn't really have much else he can build.
No. And does the false maiden just gets a perfect split.
Alright, so easy hold there for Slickens. FTQ getting starved by a tryhard. Aviator, meanwhile, he does receive a 40 cent, and he's pretty low value. But I think he's just strong enough that it's fine, right? Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, this is fine for him.
And
At most, he might leak the lizard and the crusher. Why did they send into the crusher here?
Just income, I think. I think he needed the income for his bunk, maybe.
Oh yeah, of course. That's something that's sad to see, though.
Yeah.
Like
Now
imagine
SSP's gonna have
a
so
send on
much.
6th against SSP.
Oh yeah, that would have been pretty juicy.
He has
doesn't
nothing
anything.
for 6. And yeah, he's trying with the 2 snails. Well, I don't know if he's trying or if he's just.
But SSP hasn't pushed at all off the 5 cent there. So he received 100 on
No.
5. He hasn't pushed a single worker. Because he knows
He
he
knows
just wants to go straight on
Yeah.
7. FTQ knows that as well, so he's building the Disciple here. He probably adds a second one on 7.
It is a really strong move by SSP, knowing that he can't push.
Yeah. Because I would definitely have pushed 2 workers off 100 cent and then leaked the resend.
Yep. Instead, it's just easy hold here, and now he can push.
So now you can go up to 10 workers or so, maybe even 11.
And then he gets. He just needs a veteran, and he's golden.
There's a pack leader. What do you think about the pack leader? I'm not so sure.
I mean, I think I like pack leader because the big one dies, and then the small blob continues living and getting the.
He could have
The
sent,
aura effect.
He could have sent 3 brutes before income, but I suppose.
But what would 3 brute?
Yeah,
They
the
would
brutes
just.
are not good against any of his units, right? Like he has the natural Hydra, he has the swift Devilfish.
Yeah, he needs to buff the magic damage.
Yeah, so pack leader probably a pretty good call actually. I take it back.
Lickens
Alright.
with the shift, but of course he can do that because he has an angry mask and
Yeah, and the bunk.
and a cat.
And the cat.
Well, the cat is only 3 stacks still, but
Easy,
still 1400 arcane.
Pack leader is getting sniped for FDQ. He's doing okay. I mean, he's on 900 value, so of course he's doing okay, but...
Yeah. But I mean, this is what happens when you go egg and don't have an answer to 7.
Yeah. I think he's fine with this, though. 57% versus a 220 cent. And
Yeah,
Slickens
of
is
course.
full cover. I think he's completely fine with this.
Yeah, the mask just dying to the brute, but the king.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, so now the worker lead is back on the side of FTQ and Slickens.
Yeah.
What does Aviator build here with his 200 gold?
Nothing. Oh, that's the badger.
Oh, SSP is so bad on 9.
Well, you say he's bad, but then he gets
Oh, he gets an Avenger,
that's-
right?
yeah, he can get that. Or he could just get a chieftain.
Here's an Ogre. So Ogre's a very good answer to a Chieftain. Like if he does a Chieftain and a Bone Crusher, maybe. He can't afford the
Oh, he
Avenger
can't get the
without
Crusher.
selling for it. So let's see if he sells for the Avenger or if he just goes for the Chieftain, like you say.
I think he has to go for the chieftain here. I don't think the Avenger is. No, he
He's selling.
sells.
But
Oh, but he's selling for the chieftain.
selling so that it. Well, he already had enough
Oh.
gold. He just wants to buff itself, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how good that is. I don't know if it's actually going to tank anything.
Well, Julian doesn't agree either.
Yeah. All the casters just pinging him short. I mean, we've got double ogres. It's not tanking anything. It will tank the split, I guess, but after all of his tanks done.
Now it's tanking. Yeah.
And if we have a look at Aviator's lane, this looks like a bit of a leak as well.
He did harden like Mudman.
There were full sends as well on this side, by the way. And
Aviator's just doing.
Slickins is leaking badly.
Look at Aviator. He's just
He's doing
cruising
really well.
almost.
Yeah, he's doing really well. SSP 85% though, and Aviator will leak the Ogre at least. Yeah, 60% there. While FDQ holds, very nice. He's even going to be able to cover a decent chunk mid, depending on focus.
Oh.
He attacks all of the full HP Scorpions.
That was some amazing mana blast right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just all of a sudden there were five carapaces on 15%.
Alright, and a resend as well from FDQ and Slickins. SSP, he's really not good on wave 10. This is definitely a leak for SSP. And if we have a look at Aviator, he has
Aviator,
a
he's not good
Hardened
either.
Mudman.
Well, I mean, an elite archer. That's not gonna.
No. Not, he has
Trinity
two
is
Hardened
Trinity's a
Mudmen.
carry. Yeah. Oh, an
He
FTQ and
sells.
19 workers. Wow. I think. I mean, Aviator and SSP are gonna have to pull something out of the bag here.
Yeah. Cox and Coffee living up to their names here. They're playing some big balls plays, and it looks
Yeah.
like it's starting to work for them.
The early game strats. And yeah, FTQ just getting away with the egg. With 3 workers.
Nice. He just knew. He knew that SSP was going to snail him, right? The only way that he could possibly hold.
Yeah.
Okay, the leaks are actually smaller than I expected on SSP and Aviator, so they're probably okay with that, but it's just more chip damage on an already
Yeah,
low HP hit.
they're just being brought dangerously low. I mean,
They're in one-shot territory now, right? Like, any half-decent leak and they're just dead. And there is all out on the table. But 3 players, all 4 players actually taking the pawn shop. So nobody opting for that aggressive play. But yeah, look at the workers. FDQ 19. Slickins 18 versus 13 and 17 on SSP and Aviator. And Jules is absolutely loving Cox and Coffee right now.
yes. And who can blame him, right?
I mean, they're 2 of my favourite things. So when do we see the next send coming out, and why is it 13?
It's 13 because all the damage that Aviator has is Pierce. And all the tank he has is Arcane or Fortified.
Yeah. Aviator is just doomed on 13, and SSP currently
It's
doesn't
not
look
much better.
Like, we know that he has the Avenger, but the enemy don't know that. So they definitely just send 13. And
Yeah, but
Slickins is looking pretty weak there as well. FTQ might be the difference.
yeah, I mean he's not looking the strongest, but I mean he gets a Starcaller and FTQ gets a Starcaller. And FTQ has Hydra plus King Claw. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
FTQ
matter
has
that
the best build on 13 for sure.
yeah. I mean it doesn't matter that that Slickins isn't the best on 13.
Mhm.
Especially since SSP and Aviator are just dead.
Oh,
He
SSP
goes for the
even going
double here.
double, yeah. That's really good on 13.
I mean, if you wanted to hold, he had to get another chieftain here probably, and then a Bone Warrior
the
to
second
buff.
Haven on Slickins though, so he's just doomed himself on 13 as well. Like he's going to be able to hold this snail here, I think. It might be close, but he's absolutely doomed on 13. He might even just full push, honestly.
I
Because
think
he
if
has
another
no
snail
chance.
had come out, he would have been fucked though. But
Yeah, 2 snails for sure, because then there's 1 for each Haven.
exactly. No way you can deal with that.
No chance. Right,
And
here's
everybody's
the set.
sending here.
Yeah.
But it's just... Slickin's gonna break, but FTQ is gonna hold.
Yeah, SSP and Aviator, they just can't hold. Like, there's an Avenger there, but it's only a small Avenger. It's not a Sovereign.
No.
And meanwhile,
And
Aviator's build is just absolutely... I mean, he does have the Arctear, which is going to tank for a long time, but he has no damage at all.
He sold the Arctear and got the Sovereign.
Okay. So Pawn Shop coming in clutch there, getting the Sovereign for SSP.
And he sold his chieftains. But why has he kept his crushers?
I guess he was just running out of time for things to sell.
Maybe.
So let's see. I'm interested how long this Sovereign... The 4-Eye's already on it.
Yeah, it's just dead.
But FTQ, I think he doesn't hold, but he might just be the slowest to leak. Yeah, SSP leaks, Aviator leaks everything.
FTQ is holding this.
Yeah,
Right?
we've got a game 3 on our hands, ladies and gents.
No, this is game 3.
This is game 3. What? Nani? So FTQ and Slickins are the winners.
Yeah.
FTQ carry machine confirmed. Wow.
So King Dance and Aviator out.
That's if you
Is
told
it
me at the start of the day that King Dance and Aviator wouldn't make it through day 1, I'd have told you,
Yeah,
get out of here, Scottrold, get out!
And in the end, it was King Dance and Aviator who were told get out.
Yeah.
And
Absolute
SSP and
storm
Aviator,
by
they've
the
won
newcomers.
the Nova Cup twice.
They have? No, they won once, I think. It was Exod and Ashton who won twice.
Oh, he's got Ashton.
Yeah.
Is Ashton still in this, or do we have a complete round of upsets?
As far as I know, Ashton and Exod are still in the running. Look at that though. So FDQ, he gets his 220 send on 7, barely leaks it while Slickins covers or shifting. That gives them a massive worker advantage going into wave 8 and 9. Big leaks on the side of SSP and Aviator. They just don't let off the steam then. They just keep pushing hard, keep resending, keep getting leaks. Convert it to a win on 13. 2-1 there for FDQ and Slickins. Cox and Coffee moving through to day 2.
And SSP didn't need the 6 gold for you have to send a turtle in that. I mean, if you want to send, you don't need the 6 gold. You have the 3 bone crushers or the 3 bone warriors. You're gonna hold a snail if you get it. And I mean, of course, yeah. Maybe you have to go. Maybe you have to go 3. You have to do something other than 2 snails.
I mean, two snails works pretty good if he's just going for like a 5-worker Fire Lord or something, but like he can't see what FTQ is doing the way that we can. He doesn't know that he's playing egg. But I mean, it just seems like such a throw to go with the double snail there. In retrospect, of course, SSP is probably kicking himself, but he can't know that. He can't.
I want to hear what kind of tilted shit Julian has to.
Oh, Julian!
I was mostly. Hello, I was mostly flaming the double snail into egg.
Yeah,
and then
the double snail into egg was a bit of a game loser, right?
Yeah. I think if you commit for the no send on 1, then you either save on 2 as well because you want to full break the egg, or you go DT. Like.
Yeah, I mean he did. So I just said to Scottrold, he didn't know that FTQ was playing egg.
Of course.
Like,
no, but you have to run the odds. What can happen on 2? He can either, if he goes for a growl, if he stays with the growl, goes 5 worker and puts down a tier 1, then the DT breaks hard and the snail gets held.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are just so many more cases where the DT is absolutely game winning.
I mean, in this specific case, DT wins the game outright on wave 2. Like the game's just over. There's no way that FDQ comes back from having a 2-stacked debuff Hydra on wave 2. It's just the game is lost.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, the double snail kind of gave a free win over to FTQ and Slickins, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And I also don't like the pack leader on 7. I also don't like, but in general, I don't like the kind of play because, like, you think you're the better players, right? If you just look at it on paper, you think Aviator and SSP are the better players. So taking a gamble like this that either gives you a small lead, or if he has egg, straight up loses you the game, is just not good for a tournament situation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like it's fine to do on the ladder because you just play for coin flips all the time. But
Yeah.
in a tournament game, you're right, it's too high risk, low reward. And in this case, it was just a massive high risk that bit them in the foot, or shot them in the foot. And now, sure, like he then decided to starve FTQ and go for a 200 send on 7, but FTQ did fine. Like he leaks 57% against a 200 send. He's completely happy with that. And then he just full pushes workers. Gets a big.
it wasn't even that big of a
counter send
staff because he tried with the double snail again on 3 and then another snail on 4.
Yeah, I mean that's just pure feed, right, from SSP. I guess he's just trying to scale his own income as well at that point.
Yeah, but then you
They
might
gave
as well go
FTQ
for the
such
king
an
ups.
easy early game, yeah, and that obviously made Aviator's game harder in the same time. But yeah, we've had a couple of upsets today. So we had King Downs and Bonnie losing to PK and his Diamond teammates, which is pretty funny.
I had so much fun casting that. Lovely.
Is it true that the only upset is the fact that it took them like longer than 5 waves to win, or
Yes.
what? Because obviously, like Kid K was massively favoured to win that matchup against Downs and Bonnie.
Yeah.
And now here as well, we've had SSP and Aviator go out to Cox and Coffee, FTQ and Slickins. So we've had a couple of big upsets. I'm looking at the bracket now. I can confirm that XGod and Ashton are still in the game. And they will be squaring off against the Blob Boys in round 1 tomorrow. So that's XGod and Ashton versus Offmer and Dams. That might be an interesting one. Though, to be honest, we casted the Blob Boys versus Kid K and his teammate, and they were 2 close games. So if Offmer and Adams are struggling versus a Diamond player, I'm not sure they've got what it takes to beat XGod and Ashton.
Yeah, but Kid K, I mean, the games against King Dance and Bonnie weren't even really close. Like, they just straight up completely beat them. And they played it really, really well.
They played really well. Like that, Dravos, something like that. I can't remember his name exactly. But he is playing way above Diamond level, like way above. Yeah. He's playing easily on the level of most other players in the Division 1. So fair play to those guys. I really hope they play again next month.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think I saw him make like 1 mistake in the 2 games against King Dance and Bonnie, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And if they practice a bit more together as well before, say, Maze Cup, then they could definitely be a team to watch. It's really nice to see the kind of new players getting into the tournament scene as well. I mean, to be fair, FTQ and Slickins both fall into that bracket as well, and we've just seen them beat SSP and Aviator.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
So,
but then again, I mean, the third game really just came down to the egg hatching easily. Well, not entirely, of course. I've seen fully hatched eggs lose.
Yeah, like that game just goes very differently if SSP sends a turtle on 2. Very differently. Yeah. But we've got some interesting matches tomorrow. So we have FTQ and Slickins, Cox and Coffee against Overpush and Underbuild. That is Lucy and Drakir. And then we've got the X-Crash and Blob Boys game that we've talked about already. So I think it's going to be a really interesting cup.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But on that bombshell, ladies and gents of Twitch chat, I think it is time to end the stream, especially because your lovable clown host has not yet eaten and is starting to get rather hungry. So I think I'm going to end the stream at this point. It's been a lot of fun. Scoftroll, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Especially at such short notice as well. You really helped me out there, dude. So I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
And
Same time
Saiyajin-
tomorrow.
I've got Kid K tomorrow, who will be able to cast. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely cast again at some point, dude. So thank you very much. Thank you as well to Saiyajin, who casted the first series with me today. And Burnt, I'm definitely going to watch your VODs as well, because I need to see your German venting cast as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, guys, on that note, that is the end of the stream, and we will see you here same time tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central European time, for the semi-finals and grand finals of the Nova Cup. So, guys, we will see you then.